Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall, everybody. This is our Rogue Knight. Our primary skills are Blunt Weapon, Critical Strike, Restoration. Major skills are Mysticism, Streetwise, and Mercantile. Minor skills are Etiquette, Lockpicking, Pickpocket, Medical, Thaumaturgy, and Daedric. This one's important for later. But normally we run around in lingerie or whatever because it's funny. Yeah, someone also earlier said you should have some athletic skills like dodging and running and stuff. It's very interesting. If you actually look at my running skill, it's at 29, and my dodging skill's at 22. And you may be wondering, well, why is your jumping skills 34? Right? You know, these are huge despite being miscellaneous, and that's because I have athleticism as a trait. So that's good stuff. We also have expertise in blunt weapons, so our bonkening is much better than other people's. We have forbidden Orcish. We cannot use Orcish at all. Call it a personal oath or whatever. But no Orcish materials for us. And we have 3 times our intelligence in spell points, which allows us to be basically on the level of a mage, except we're not. We are a skilled bonkener. We have Fighters Guild and Mages Guild, although we haven't done much with the Mages Guild. Our reputation's still 0 there. Our reputation with the Fighters Guild is pretty high. We'll probably get a promotion the next time we're there. So, yeah, it's been an interesting week. I've been busy a good chunk of it. When I wasn't busy, I was feeling kind of not great, so I played Final Fantasy XIV. I got this little thingamabobber up, so in the past, whenever I didn't feel very good, I would just throw this on, you know, this little, like, stone block over my camera, and I'd call it a day, right? But now I have this ridiculous little avatar I can do for Final Fantasy XIV, and that's actually pretty good for when I just don't feel like being on camera, you know? But yeah, when I did start feeling better and I wanted to be on camera more, I managed to finish both Shadowrun and Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening for the Game Boy, the DX Redux mod. I'm quite happy about that. Yes. Other than that, however, we're going to be, now that those are done, I'm going to kind of wait to start a new Zelda game. I'm probably going to hop into Mega Man X Command Mission later today. I don't know for sure what I'll actually be doing, but Mega Man X Command Mission is a JRPG that is, if you choose to grind it out, it's very, very, very long. So we're probably going to do like 10 streams of that, most likely. Something stupid. Anyway, but today is going to be mostly Daggerfalls, or it's going to be Daggerfalls for a few, for like 2 or 3 hours at least. And then I'll probably break for lunch, and after lunch I will likely come back and either play Command Mission or Final Fantasy XIV or something else, I don't know. But in the meantime, we are going to be having a look-see at... we're in the Alakir Desert right now, so we need to figure out exactly... I believe we're heading to the Shrine of Kuulin. I need to check my journal just to be sure. There we go. So it looks like we actually need to go get the Watcher's Council letter. The Ancient Watcher wants us to go to the Relder Cemetery and discuss the murder of the guy who had the baby originally. See, we have the baby on our back. And as a result, we have to be very careful that the baby isn't killed by these Dunmer fanatics who worship apparently some living gods or whatever. This is all non-canon to Daggerfall's story, and is it gets retconned in, or should I say, like the Neverine, the Dunmer, all of that stuff gets retconned into the what do you call it? Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. Like the Tribunal don't exist in this incarnation of the story usually, but this mod has deigned to add them, which is fine. I do not mind mod makers playing fast and loose with the canon, because they're by definition, the mods are fan fiction, right? But it's not lore friendly. Ah, shut up. All right, let's go ahead and figure out. Yeah, cemetery is way up there. Oh, that's way up north. Okay, so what we want to do, because we're at the ruins of the Hold of Shag. Yikes. Hold of Shag. Why does that seem odd? Let's see. Note from the Ancient Watcher. What does it say? Yeah, that he wants me to go to the cemetery. Okay, so we gotta go north, one way or the other. We gotta travel north. So we're gonna cut across to the Dwarfen Guard Tavern. That's what we're gonna do. It's gonna say we can go recklessly, camp out. It's gonna be a player-controlled journey. Take 50 minutes to get there. Not a big deal. We do need to make sure we're not being worn down by the elements, though. We are still invigorated from our last meal. Okay, good. I just wanted to make absolutely certain I wasn't getting worn down by the elements, because it is completely possible for that to happen on our amazing journey. Whatchamacallit? Yeah, so I would love for them to add proper dragons to Daggerfall, because Daggerfall has dragalings, which, you know, other lore sources have tried to retcon as quote-unquote not being connected to dragons. But I'd like them to, if possible... Ah, shit. I need to turn my lantern off. My bad. I'd like them to, if possible, build an entire, like, dragon life cycle, kind of like how World of Warcraft treats whelps and drakes and stuff. You know, I'd like to see something like that in Daggerfall. I don't feel like Daggerfall needs to necessarily follow the conventions of later Elder Scrolls games. Can veer off and do cool stuff. We're going up that cliff. Yes. We didn't crunch, thankfully. We could have crunched if it were, like, peeked off to one side, but we went up and went back down without damage, so I'm happy about that. I'm hoping we can get to our destination before our stamina runs out. If our fatigue runs out, we're going to have to do some stuff. Finagle, use some magic, maybe potion. Now we've arrived at our destination, we can sleep the rest of the night in the unfortunate Scorpion. That seems just right. There's crops here. Interesting. I don't believe I can steal crops, but I'd like to try to interact with them anyway. How do I... There we go. You lack the lockpicking. Replenish your bamboo, rainwater. Interesting. Huh. Oh, this is using like different. So bamboo is what I would need if I wanted to quote unquote refresh, and that would increase your. I see. Basically, we can do field alchemy. Can't do that now though. I don't have the components. That's neat. Let's head over here. Ooh, what do we got? Cool. It's a rainy day. Oh, we'll have a chat with him. Going to ask him for a room for the night. 15 gold. That is acceptable. I've seen some places where they want to charge you 47, something ridiculous like that. In the vanilla game, it was like 5 gold forever, which is kind of funny. Rather than doing that, we're going to cast Knick-Knack. Just practice our magic. And then we'll rest until fully healed, and that'll take like 10 hours. The baby cries, yes. How the ships function? In the vanilla game, they function exactly the same as the vanilla game. Like, sorry, in Daggerfall Unity, they function precisely how they would function in the vanilla game, but I have them modded so you can't teleport to them unless you're at a port, because otherwise there's no reason to buy a home ever. I'm running many, many mods, so if you look at my game and you ask, this is how Daggerfall Unity works, you're wrong. This is a heavily, heavily modded installation of Daggerfall Unity. So, if anything, Daggerfall Unity's primary attribute, the best thing about Daggerfall Unity, is that it supports external mods. And so, Yeah, do not look at my game as evidence for how Daggerfall Unity works in its normal plain state, because you would be wrong. All right. Anyway, let's go ahead and save under B. Yeah, we're still doing the Shrine of Q quest. Why not? Yeah. Shrine of Q3. Okay. So our destination would be a graveyard. Yeah, up there. So how far away is that? All right, we're gonna go northeast to get to this town, and hopefully good stuff happens when we get there. So we'll see. We'll see. This is just a tavern, a house, and a farm. It's kind of funny. Lots of people, though, because the game procedurally generates. But yeah, the ships work just the same. I'm sure someone out there is actually working on a controllable ship. That'd be pretty cool. You come across a settler setting down to eat some trail rations. Really? Let's go talk to the traveler here. Gonna use dialogue mode. Isn't the Illiac Desert beautiful? That's it. That's all she had to say. So, she wasn't a vendor or anything. She just asked if the Illiac Desert was beautiful. I'm like, yeah, sure. It's definitely something. That's for sure. Let's see. The sun burns my bare skin. Great, great. I'm getting 3rd-degree burns from the sun. Let's throw on a. We should have like a cloak, like a regular cloak somewhere. Okay, these are 2 formal cloaks. There we go. This one will do. Point is, we cover ourselves with this hood, and we should be fine. Yeah, that was terrifying. The sun was burning us to death. Let's have a look at the map and make sure we're on the correct path. Yes, we are. Good. Just need to make sure we're going where we think we're going. We're drinking a lot of water, I notice. That's unfortunate. I mean, I should have enough water skins. I'm pretty sure I have water skins in my wagon as well. Good luck finding them, though. The wagon is packed full of stuff. Ah, here's a town. Good, good. Let's go inside and grab some items. Notice board. Nope, not taking any quests. Sorry. There's a notice board and a missive board in almost every town, but I won't be taking any jobs as long as I have the baby here, so it's kind of a big deal. I need to get this quest line done with first. Alright. What do we got? Mithril kite shields. There's, yeah, elven bow. Don't care about that. Mithril tower shields. That looks kind of nice. It's not worth anything. The material of the tower shield doesn't matter. It just adds a little bit of a bonus based on the shield type. Alright. Oh no, it's worse than the baby born. It's apparently a possible answer to a dark elf prophecy about someone born on an uncertain day to uncertain parents. Sorry, a certain day to uncertain parents or something. It's very silly. We don't actually know if it's the real one. We just know that it's one of many children that qualify for the prophecy, and as a result, we need to protect this one because her caretaker was murdered. Oh, cool! We got a pink one. Awesome. That's high quality content there. All right, what else we got? Bandages. Yes, yes, very good. All right, let's get going. We need to throw back on our old clothes though. There we go. Now, what was I saying? Ah, yes. So, our goal presently will be to check out the market square over there as soon as we head down to this shop. See what that is. That's the Beaver and Giant Inn. That's to the north. Okay. So to the south, that is Adventurers Used Supplies. I'm pretty sure that's a pawn shop. Yeah, we can sell some. Oh no, it's this is not a good place to sell. It's a high quality store, so the shop owner is extra skilled in mercantile, and as a result, we wouldn't get much. You can also tell he's a high class merchant because of his monocle. That bastard. All right. Let's head on into the middle here. Oops, I didn't mean to loiter. I loitered anyway. It's better than the vanilla game where you go, halt, 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 halt. It's illegal to wait in a city. Or rest in a city. Camp in a city? I don't know. Here we go. This is the main place. Tailoring. We get a clothing store. That's where most of our money ends up going, into fanciful clothing. You bet. Alright, let's have a look. Ah, yes. A brassiere made out of strings. Truly the stuff of dead or alive beach volleyball. Anyway, let me see here. What's this? Nothing I want there. We're gonna go upstairs, see what's up there. Yes. Ah, good, good. New shoes. New tights. We don't need a blue cloak. We want a red cloak, though. Red cloak's good. I think that's about it. We'll pick those up. Next one over. Nope, don't see anything quite. I mean, there's obviously these red ones. Those are good as well. We'll pick up the red ones over here. And these tall boots. Hell yeah. Good. We made quite some Monet there. Though we will go back to our old set for now. The tights, brassiere, and shoes. And the other stuff can get put in our wagon for now. Different clothing options for later. Alright, we're not gonna wait. Keep hitting the wrong button on that. Let's see, this is an alchemy shop. We can probably get a good potion here. Looking for some cure disease. Yeah, cure poison's good. We'll grab that. I don't have enough money on me. What a shame. What a shame that I would be cursed to be poor. Look at all this putrid meat. Yikes. This is all stuff that we gotta get rid of. Get out of our inventory. They can use it as fertilizer. It's worth 1 gold each to vendor, but looking for our money. There we go. 20,000. Our carry capacity is already shot to hell now. Ah, well. Cure poison, thanks. That's 400. Excuse me, sir. You're an alchemist. How would you like a bunch of putrid meat? You don't actually take putrid meat. Got it. Alright, good to know. Heal true. Restore power. We'll pick those up. Shields. No, we don't need that. So, it's just 2 shelves. That's it. That's all he had. Okay, we need to see if we can sell the putrid meat to this guy instead. Hello, sir. Callop. Callop here will buy our steel claymore we don't need, as well as all the rest of the steel junk I've been picking up. That is trash. Actually, we'll keep the elven dye katana for now. We'll sell it to a better place. I just want this junk out of my inventory first. Speaking of inventory, oh boy, let's sell all the putrid meat. Yes. Looks like we don't have anything else to really speak of, so we're just gonna try to sell all the moldy, putrid, raw meat. That, yeah, just, we've been looting monsters, and we let their meat spoil there, so. Oops. There's a cloak in there. Give me the cloak back. Who is this strange lady who hauls around a wagon full of rotten meat? That's a very good question. With the skills of a thief and the magic of wizards, with a big ebony bunk stick. Is it ebony? Yeah, it's a big ebony bunk stick. So truly a mysterious, eccentric person who also carries around tons of clothes. Tons of clothes. My goodness. Uncanny Valley inventory mod? Yes. I currently use Uncanny UI, which I like a lot. But it doesn't really work for trading stuff, really. It doesn't really do much. You know, it's good here. He said, hold on. Yeah. It's just, oh boy. Bandages, yes. Now, I noticed there's a cooler looking bottom bar mod that's all skinned really nicely. I want that. But unfortunately, I have to go for this lesser hot bar mod because the one that's really, really cool, like skinned like it belongs in the game, doesn't actually work with the with any user interface mods. It just breaks. All right. Let's see what we got here. Ooh. Nothing. Nothing here. Gonna keep running. Yeah, my running skill is going up rapidly. Okay, let's have a peek here. Whoops, wrong door. Wrong door again. This is the place. Only one shelf, though. Alright, Potion of Healing and Restore Power. We'll pick those up. Very good. What annoys me about Potions of Resist Shock and stuff is you can never really tell what kind of spell, like a Daedra Lord or a Vampire or a Lich is going to cast. They just throw out all kinds of elements all at once. And just like, okay, well, I'd have to drink a potion of basically everything. They don't really telegraph what spell's going to go off next. You know, you don't see fire in their hands before they cast a fire spell. A fire spell just flies out of them instantly. So you can't strategically drink a potion in advance of that. Maybe if you ran up against a fire or an ice Atronach, but those aren't really that strong. Atronach, Daedra. Fire or ice Daedra. But, yeah. My goodness. Anyway. I wonder if it'd be hard to retexture the bar mod so it looks better. Yeah, I'm sure it's possible. It's just, it's funny because that there are two, that one looks really good and doesn't work, and the other one looks kind of plain and, well, does. All right, we gotta go northeast. Yep, northeast. So, on the way out, let's see. Ooh, yeah, change of plans. We're gonna sell all this meat, all of it. I looked at my whole setup and I said, no, this ain't gonna work. So, first thing we're going to do is grab a coffee in the Toad and Muskrat. So, we are good to go. Yep, coffee. Coffee will boost your stamina for a while, kind of like tea. It will give you a mild regeneration, actually, and that regeneration offsets the decline that just happens by being awake and doing things in the game. Alright. Odd blacksmith bookstore. I just need to get to a general store and buy a couple pieces of food. I realized that my wagon wasn't the only place where meat was spoiling. And now that I'm on camera, of course, my nose, specifically the area under my nose, is super itchy. So yes, it's quite terrifying. So, first things first, we gotta go sell this junk. So, junk. These two aren't technically junk, but, you know, they're gonna... I guess we can pick those back up, but everything else has to go. So, now we need to buy some meat real quick. So, orange. Orange isn't meat, but it's fine. Also got a bandage while we were at it. Orange bread, sure. Point is, we got food for the journey. And, cool, is that a purple string? Yeah, we just got casual pants. Those, they're very, very casual. So casual that they're just strings. Alright, let me, go ahead and put back on our normal clothing. Specifically the, whatchamacallit. Alright. Okay, we can go now. What time is it anyway? Yeah, it's not even noon. That's a up, down, up, down, up, down animation. It's really strange. Because if you look at the knights who are clad in armor don't have that animation. Now, I personally, let me see here. Don't mind the animation, I just think it's kind of funny. Alright, let's go. This way. But yeah, you'll see knights later on horseback, and I'll show it off, how they just kind of glide. They don't, wait. No, that's the same. Yep. Up, down, up, down. Okay, this will get us to where we need to go. Gonna save real quick. Very good. Yes, we have to escort the baby somewhere. We don't know where. This is our first time doing the quest, so the baby burps and chuckles. Yes. You failed to avoid an encounter. It's great. We're gonna save first. Yes. We've got a better baby and icon for that. We've got the our hero, the baby born. Yes, that is an actual baby born doll that we put the iron helmet over. I'm serious. Like it's an actual doll. On.
Poor baby born, please don't cry anymore, 'cause your mommy is here, baby born, baby born. When baby born cries, she's thirsty. Let's give her a bottle. Just like a real baby, she's wet her diaper.
Okay. That'll do it.
Baby born, baby born.
Okay. Oh boy, we gotta fight something. Oh, that's a giant. That is a giant. Throw on our gear. Throw on our gear, please. Thank you. Yes. Yes. We got our ebony bonk stick, so should be fine. Jeez. This hurts. This hurts a lot. Excuse me. I'd like to... They are not impressed by my giantish. They are not impressed by any of this. Okay. Damn. I'm getting dizzy from the heat. My armor... Great. Well, let's take our underwear off. I don't know if that'll help. But yeah, we're getting dizzy from the heat. It's great. What do you mean we have to protect ourselves in this foreboding... Oh, God. Just... Heal! Heal! Heal ain't doing shit. Okay. Good news, everybody. We're probably gonna die. Drink a heal true potion, and then regret all of this. Purification might work, but no. No. Stamina. Here's a heal true potion. Okay. Oof. That's fine. No, we're still getting our ass kicked. That's terrifying. Yeah, this giant is just horrifying compared to... Whoop. We got it. We survived. Alright. Yes, there's jumping skill. Of course, this game also contains levitation like Morrowind, and it also has climbing skill. So you can go up against a solid wall and climb it. Yes. You don't need to levitate if your climbing skill's good enough. Alright, let me see here. Yeah, Morrowind ditched a lot of good mechanics, unfortunately. It was a Morrowind plugin, which was a Lua plugin. It was for an older version, but it lets you climb solid walls as well. Broke the game fundamentally, especially with a lot of mods. But it was still really, really cool. Alright, we gotta take off our armor because we're overheating at this point. So, equip. And we just gotta unequip basically everything. We're overheating in this this summer desert. Okay, let's put back on our normal clothes. We should be fine with just the cloak and then our normal clothes. So, that should do it. We are on the verge of death, but that's fine because we have 8 bandages to use. And I assume that'll heal us slightly, yes. We should have more bandages in the wagon. Let's double check the wagon. I can't imagine I don't have bandages. It's just I have so many clothing options that... oh, cool. Wrap of Magica. Let's grab that. We're going to use that. Also, the strapless dress of undeniable access definitely has a special name, doesn't it? Makes you think of things. Anyway, besides that, this open tunic of paralysis is good. We can paralyze enemies. We might need to use that later. I could have sworn I saw bandages in here, and I don't see them now. Yeah, I should put this away. These quote-unquote casual pants. There's the 500 bandages. Yes, I would like to pick up... Let's go 20 bandages, yes. Then we'll use up 10 of them right now. And that leaves 10 in our inventory. Cool, we're not dead yet. We're also going to use that Wrap of Magicka. Specifically to regenerate our own magic. No. Where's the... It should be Wrap, right? Yeah. Wrap of Magic. That's it. I don't see it on my list. I should just be able to use it to get my magic back. Weird. Huh. I don't know. Very strange. I mean, it's worth a lot of money. I can sell it, of course, but why can't I do what I want to do? It's very strange. Oh, well, let's go. We're following the road north. How do I disable my weapon again? Q. Good. Let's stop here, make a save, because we actually did survive that. And go. Yes. Class system is better. That said, the Elder Scrolls has always had what's known as a soft class system, which means if you build a custom class, you can do everything. It's just that you will be inherently better at some things than others, which follows, like, people in life. They are better at one thing, you know, but they can, if they put time and energy into it, get better at other things, right? But there's such a thing as natural talent that can be fostered. It's, how many hours? I'm not keeping track of hours. Sorry. There's no easy counter to just say, oh, you have this many hours, like there is in, what is it called, in Skyrim. But yeah, I mean, the fact that the Elder Scrolls has had a custom class system, it always meant that you could build to your playstyle, so that you would naturally have the skills there. Well, Morrowind's level up system is terrible. You should use Daggerfalls instead. Trollolo. Oblivion's is even worse because the world scales, so absolutely aggressively handle that. That said, I haven't played Oblivion without the experience mod in ages, and I doubt I will ever again. Like I doubt very much I will ever play vanilla Oblivion again at this rate. Its leveling system is atrocious when combined with its scaling system. I will be quite happy to never interface with it again. They took Daggerfall's level up system and broke it in Morrowind. It was a good idea that they had. Yes. But no, I use natural growth and decay for Morrowind. Yes. Said, you never gave it any thought, but ironically, that's how you know Daggerfall's leveling system is pretty passable. Yes. Well, in Daggerfall's leveling system, you can over-level everything fairly quickly. But, there are still some if you don't break the game with werewolves, it's still, pretty challenging up at the higher levels. Alright, let's see. We have to figure out... We're going to the Relder Cemetery. How far away is that? That's like 5 hours away on foot. So let's see... whoops. Hold on. Horse. There we go. Okay, so the Relder Cemetery is like 5 hours away then. Yeah, we're not getting there. Best we're gonna get is the hostel up there. So we're just gonna keep following the road. Do you think you're good until you encounter an ancient lich, ancient vampire, or Daedra Lord? Yes. Those are the 3 top-tier enemies based on the scaling system. By the way, Morrowind has a scaling system as well. It's just you typically don't notice it because they're the same animals. They just have higher stats. For example, you might run into a normal Gwar, or a diseased Gwar, or a blighted Gwar. And you think, wow, that's just kind of weird. Hold on a second. There we go. That's the Temple of Stendar. We're gonna skip that. Yes. Yeah. Natural Growth and Decay is a good mod. I don't use the Decay module myself, but they give you complete control over it. If you're planning on doing a long-form playthrough, I highly recommend setting your progression to low when you start your character, though, because it can be not a good time. Let's leave it at that. Not a good time. There's a little shrine here. What's this? Little kind of graveyard. There's upside down skeleton. Very strange. Can't get in here right now. I know there's like plans for possible crypts later, but all right. No, they didn't intentionally make the enemies dumber. What happened was they so they had more intelligent NPCs in general. The problem is fine-tuning that algorithm was a nightmare. Just a colossal nightmare. Fine-tuning the algorithm for NPCs. So the result was the NPCs would do things that would fundamentally break the game, and Cyrodiil would be a mess by the time the player was even like 5 hours in, because the NPCs would be acting autonomously. That's the issue they had with Oblivion. So they intentionally dumbed down the NPCs and removed most of the, like they ripped out most of the Radiant AI system that was going to govern the NPCs. Like, the idea of NPCs having set schedules and stuff, that stayed, but all of the autonomy for that, allowing them to each have their own goals. Those goals would cause them to come into conflict with each other and cause the entire province to be a mess by the time the player was any distance into the game. What ended up happening is, in Oblivion at least, NPCs would acquire, or they would acquire treasure, they would kill shopkeepers to get their goods, so on and so forth. And by the time you're finished programming in all these safeguards to make sure they didn't, break the law and such, and they didn't, go to dungeons and whatnot, it's like it defeated the purpose of the system in the first place. They kind of went full circle and realized, by the time we finish implementing all the safeguards, why is the system even in the game? That's basically what it was. And the answer is really that Cyrodiil's too small and too populated to support that kind of procedurally generated gameplay. There's a reason why games like Dwarf Fortress take place across an entire continent and not just a park. As Julian Jensen said when Todd Howard explained how big Cyrodiil was going to be, he said, I have a park behind my house that's bigger than what you're making. And, it's true. But Todd dismissed it, and they made Morrowind that way. I actually like Morrowind. Todd's excuse to remove Mark and Recall? Well, yeah. I mean, they would have to, how do I put this? Okay, so teleport, recall, things like that were built into a game that I worked on for a while. It was a text-based online game, like one of those multi-user dungeons. Anyway, you had to pick very specific room flags when you wanted players not to be able to recall or teleport, right? Because otherwise, you couldn't have a situation where the player gets kidnapped or the player is trapped somewhere. The player always felt free to be able to leave. And so you had to make sure every single one of your rooms in that particular sequence was flagged appropriately. Even a single room that you forget to put that flag in could allow players to break quest sequences. It is very demanding on developers that if you give players unparalleled freedom, you need to give them countermeasure. You need to actually have countermeasures built into the game when you have areas that you want to build any sense of, like any sense of danger that can't be just escaped from at the flick of a wrist. They would just be able to type recall into their game, and it would immediately execute a recall, which would put them out of danger. So how do you design around that? You have to flag every single room. I've done that. I've been on Todd's side there. It's worth the extra effort to allow players to have freedom in almost every area. It is definitely worth the extra effort. Todd didn't want to go to that effort, which is sad. Anyway, the real issue is if you expect a player to approach from one direction and the player approaches from a different direction because they teleported, Well, it depends on what your game is intended to be. I mean, if it's Dark Souls, then you're only going to have like two ways that something can be approached, from behind or from the back. It's a linear dungeon crawler. But when you go to Elden Ring, everything goes fucking crazy. Yes. Anyway. You only need to teleport only in the overworld. So, you mean even though the world is huge, you can select anywhere you know about in the map and instantly fast travel there? It gets you right to the fun? Okay. Let's go. Room for the night. 31 gold pieces. Yikes. Bastard. That's what that guy is. He's a bastard. Nothing in here. Okay. Let's sleep. Baby murmurs softly and blows raspberries. Oof. Your mercantile skill has improved, but you need more rest. You've been going for too long. Wait, what's this? I'm undependable in the Alakir Desert. Why am I undependable? I was dependable before. Oh, well. So it shall be. Mm-hmm. Okay. Icarus jump? We're not talking about Morrowind. Morrowind has mark and recall. Alright, we gotta keep sleeping here. Just, 3 more hours should do it. Yeah, we should be fine now. We are well rested. We need some food there. Okay. The giant I killed was a pillar of the community. That's funny. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah. So, the quote was, give a man a game and he'll have fun for 30 to 60 hours. Teach a man how to make a game and he'll never have fun again. All right, let me hit this here. Yes, food. We're getting a royal breakfast plate and some chai tea. Let's go. We're leaving. Yep, we still need to be covered. That's fine. We gotta go north. This way. I remember there were people on my Discord server complaining. Hold on, let me pull it up because this is, yeah. So people were complaining about how Jedi Survivor was being delayed, and it's just like, you should delay all the games, make them all take longer to make. Crunch your developers less. Take more time to smooth over bugs and problems. Alright. Take an extra year to make your video games. Do it! Anyway. Failed to avoid any encounter. Orcsis. Excuse me. He was not impressed by my Orcish. I tried to convince him that I was friendly, and he smacked me in the face for my trouble, unfortunately. We're fine, though. Yes. Marketing is part to blame why gamers are up in arms when games get delayed. No. The concept of the entitled masses, I'm not going to say entitled gamers, because really it's true with like every industry ever. The entitled masses are a legitimate thing. I know, I'm one of them. Alright. Enemies seeking to prevent my travel. 2 cultists attempt to bind a Daedra Lord. With the help of human sacrifices. Dark ritual can only be performed outside of the big settlements. The ritual goes intended, but after foolishly disagreeing with the creature from Oblivion, the Daedra Lord attacks its supplicants. We're not ready to fight a Daedra Lord right now. We're not. Yes. Yeah, it's false advertising when the developer says, well, here's the thing. So when a developer goes on stage on E3 and talks about shit, legally, we've proven this as a matter of law now, that is not considered advertising, believe it or not. Only the stuff on the store page, on the box, or on any like advertisements they put out for like magazines and shit, that's all that counts legally when it comes to advertising. When a developer shows off an in-progress thing, like either an early demo or any kind of technical alpha, any kind of work in progress, it's expected, not by the consumer, because the consumer's stupid, but it's expected in the development space that things will change. That what is being shown now is not what is expected out of the final product necessarily. The reason why advertisements have, or should I say, my presentations have always been that way at E3 is because E3 was not a consumer show. It was actually a trade show for other experts in the gaming industry to network with each other and exchange talent, exchange resources, make partnerships. That's what E3 originally was. It was a trade show, and it gradually morphed into this spectacle as journalists, instead of, and I use the word journalist very lightly, but journalists ended up showing off stuff the same day or like a day after. They would instead of writing detailed articles about, you know, possible things to expect in the future, they just straight up like posted reviews the same day, or you know, their impressions the same day, and then like companies just went one level beyond that and started showing things in real time. We started watching it streamed. when it was supposed to be like a closed doors event, you know, a trade show where people would come in and they network in the industry. That was the whole point. It wasn't necessarily the games industry. It was electronic entertainment in general. So it was a lot of different things like pinball machines and other things, like all kinds of electronic doodads. Anyway, point is that E3 morphed into something completely unrecognizable, but on a technical level, nothing there is considered advertising. I know it's fucking stupid because it is functionally advertising, but technically, this is all works in progress on a trade show. So when someone shows something that turns out not to be true for the end product, they aren't on the hook for false advertising, because all the Federal Trade Commission gives a shit about is it on your store page? Is it in any advertisements you actually bought on like YouTube or websites like AdSense, whatever? Is it on any official advertisements? Is it in any sponsored materials? In other words, where you give a you give a sponsored streamer a thing to show off, and you mandate they say these things. Is it in that contract of things you're supposed to say, right? Those are the pillars that can be considered false advertising by the Trade Commission. They don't give a like the Trade Commission does not care if you like what you think from an E3 presentation, because that's a trade show and that's all in development stuff. In other words, the government doesn't give a shit if they bamboozle you here, only if they bamboozle you there or there. It's inconsistent, and they like it that way. Get excited. We're going north. So yeah, just don't trust E3. Don't trust the big presentations. Don't trust the Game Awards. Don't trust cinematic trailers in general. In-engine footage does not mean that's going to be your gameplay experience. All right. Avoid the encounter. Failed. We got a knight. I wanted to show off the knight's ass, but alas, I can't. I must fight. I must kung fu fight, yes. Here we go. Bastard. Excuse me, can we not fight? No, he the rogue raider is not impressed by my streetwise. So, he's dead. Dead. At some point, we'll explain how the non-knights go up and down, but the knights themselves just kind of glide straight. It's kind of funny. All right, what do we got? Right. Oh, nice. So, today in Degeneracy, apparently there's some high-quality Nexus mod shenanigans. Check this shit out. So, apparently Hogwarts Legacy has the Champions leggings, which are, let me pull up the, here's a tip, Genshin players, hold on, let me find it here. Here we go.
Here's a fun tip that most Genshin players don't know. The age of consent is 18 years old.
There you go. So that's the Hogwarts legacy modding content here. Yes. Yes, indeed. Mm-hmm. That apparently this was originally titled according to someone on Discord, it was called Skin Tight Champions Leggings, and it's been changed. The title has been changed. Check this shit out. Here we go. Instead of changing the mod. Oh no. That didn't work. Oh well, it's been reviewed. Damn shame, damn shame. Yep. That's going to be an issue. That's definitely going to be an issue moving forward. People wanting to, you know, it's like Pokemon. There's a picture of Two-Face from Batman, right? There's a picture of Two-Face from Batman, and he's holding a coin, and it's Pokemon. It's sexualizing animals or sexualizing children. Yeah. No. But don't worry. At least our kiddo, our Harry Potter kiddo, can now have facial hair. I approve of this shit right here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. Harry Potter kiddo can can have a mustache or a beard. That's something. Yeah, Harry Potter indeed. Yes, kiddo beard is okay. Someone out there sexualizing the shit out of that beard. Be afraid. I wouldn't mind those ridiculous porny mods if they just upscale the characters or up-age the characters. You know, should be a college school now. College age school, please. Thank you. I don't mean just Japanese style say that they're 9,000 years old. I mean actually change their character models, please. Yes. Alright. Obvious issues aside, those pants looked uncomfortable. Yes. Obviously. It was really tight wool leggings. Trust me on this. Trust me on this. Not a single fuck was given when it came to the comfort of the characters. Of course, keep in mind, when it comes to practicality purposes, I'm throwing stones from a glass house again. I'm just saying. The only difference is that those characters are obviously children, and therefore it gets to make me uncomfortable. Oh boy. Let's eat an apple. There we go. This way. At the end of the day, it is a victimless crime, but it still makes me uncomfortable. So I just have to shrug and go, I saw this shit coming. I'm sorry, I wouldn't know anything about what you're talking about at all. Nope, definitely don't. Okay, the sun burns my bare skin. I'm gonna die from the sun. Put on a cloak. Alright. I need to eat something, right? No, I'm not. I need to eat one of these. Not yet. Soon. Yeah, let's double check our map. Make sure we're in the right spot. There we go. Relder Cemetery. An hour into the desert. Into the deep desert. Don't get killed by a worm. Oh boy. Make sure you walk without rhythm. Right. Okay. What do we got? Yep, continue. Stop. Eat meat. Good. Keep going. Yep. Cemetery, go. 31 minutes. We're on our way. You said do like some artists do and say all their characters are 18 plus. There's a practical there's a practical problem, and that's where you claim someone's 18 plus, but they look like they're 8 years old. I think a judge is probably going to not look kindly on that in regions where such is illegal. And I'm definitely going to find it probably off-putting. Probably very off-putting. Yes. Yay. Ooh. Yeah, I'm using a loadout from my page there. You see they're basically all mods on the Nexus. Basically, yes. I have some older loadouts where I have stuff directly from the forums, but everything I wanted was on the Nexus, so yep. Let me see here. Yeah, you said actually she's 470 years old. Again, like Moon Phase and Dance in the Vampire Bund are both like great. He said wait until you see Lover's Lab. I mean, it's that's how I got my original viewer base. Was I showed off Sex Lab Defeat to some people on YouTube, and they flipped their shit and decided they wanted more of it. And YouTube said, after about 6 months, by the way, YouTube said, no, we don't actually want this on our platform. And I said, fair enough, because I had no emotional attachment to it. It was just when Skyrim was new. This was before the internet had was conscious of Rule 34, right? People said, "What do you mean before 4chan?" No. But you have to understand that the concept of Rule 34 had yet to reach the mainstream. The average person was blissfully ignorant of that. So I was a meanie, and shocked people dramatically, and it was funny. And I probably will never do it again because I realize, actions have consequences and all that shit. But I'm not going to pretend like I never did it. I definitely did, and it was funny as fuck. But we all learn, grow, and change. And while I have absolutely no remorse and I have no intention of repenting, I will correct my behavior moving forward. So, yes. You remember those times? They were interesting? Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying, though, is people think, oh, well, he's ashamed. It's like, no, it's that is firmly in the past now, and will remain there. I don't mind talking about it because it was a factual thing that happened, but it will not happen again moving forward, at least in that form, or not on YouTube, because YouTube made it very clear, hey, we're going to delete your channel if you do that a couple more times. I'm like, fair enough. Okay, let's go inside the cemetery. It's too dark. I can't see anything. Use a lantern. There we go. Bats. The bat is dead. There'll be something somewhere in here, and we'll have to find it. Nothing here. I hear a bat. Okay. We're fine. We're just killing bats and taking their smelly meat. Yes. Anything else? Heard something. No, not here. Last door. Nope, not what I'm looking for. So let's double check that this is where I need to go. The Redgard Cemetery, that's my current location. Okay. So, an ancient watcher wants me to meet him. That's, yeah, there's some ancient watcher somewhere around. I don't know where he is, but we'll find out. We're gonna leave. We're going back to the Illiac Desert. That was the lantern. He might be hanging around outside. It might be an actual person, and not just an NPC. Oh, werewolf howled. That's nice. So let's run around and look for a person. Just in case, because this is the Redgard Cemetery where we're supposed to go. Might be at night. I don't know. There's an ancient watcher who's supposed to know something about this. I'm looking around like I don't see a whole lot of ancient watcher. Yeah, I don't see any evidence that this person is here. So I'm just gonna go back into the crypt. Very strange. Okay. Now then, we need to put down our camping equipment. We're gonna set up camp. We're gonna cook all of that meat. It's gonna take like 15 minutes to cook each piece, but that's fine. The baby cries a bit. We're gonna rest until fully healed. The baby burped in its sleep. This is fine. We're gonna still check deeper inside, make sure. Oh, no, our food's getting ripe. Oh, no. Moldy meat. Meat, smelly meat. Yeah, we're gonna ditch the moldy meat, I think. But the regular meat, we got a couple days more there. Yes. Yes. Let me see here. Yes, of course. Of course 11 Labs can detect when things were generated with their service. That said, eventually we're going to need some open source variation on 11 Labs. We're going to need to be able to essentially, if we want free generation on a massive scale, we're going to need to get AI that isn't bound to a particular service. That's our main issue right now. Is most of the AI tech right now is locked behind either some sort of paywall or some sort of proprietary technology, and we need. If we really want developments to go freely, then we're going to need competitors at the very least. Because a premium service is going to have to justify their existence against free open source alternatives. And it's usually via human manpower. So, you know, any kind of, what do you call it? I'm trying to remember the name. Just like customer service. That's the best way to put it. Customer service is typically how these companies justify their proprietary software over any form of free open source alternatives. It's the idea that the customer service will serve a large company and help fix any problems that may crop up, whereas the individual user, the quote-unquote free user of open source software, is very often on their own and can post to a message board or something, but there is no, you know, dedicated service department being paid by people's subscription fees. That's usually the difference. And technology that can't go that route usually ends up only being propped up in the proprietary space by people who are too ignorant to take advantage of the the open sourced alternatives. But not to say that there isn't value in proprietary technology. It's just that if we really want to put AI to the massive use that I need to fix something. Hold on. If we really want to put AI to the massive use cases that that people imagine it to have potential to be, it's going to need to be liberated from, like, when I say liberated, I actually mean we need someone to come up with a better one and for it to all be open sourced, which is difficult considering the sheer amount of data that needs to be handled regarding these AI technology. Because when we talk about AI, what's actually happening is there's a massive pool of information that's training the AI. And so you might go the AI art route, in which case a lot of this is being obtained and used illegally. That's exciting, right? The idea that you're generating stuff that's based on other people's work, that's arguably illegal, though it will need to be litigated properly before we know. There's going to be more lawsuits in process, I'm sure. But yeah, when we end up seeing an artist's watermark in a generated image, we know that particular AI was trained off of something they didn't have the rights to. When that happens, that owner technically could sue the company. They haven't as of yet, as far as I know, but I can't imagine that like AI art is going to like that powder keg ain't going to explode eventually, because with stable diffusion, for example, oh wow, are there a lot of instances of artwork that has been taken and actual merchandise is being generated out of it, meaning that some merchandise being sold actually contains small traces of the watermarks and things that are, you know, like the sign that this work belongs to someone else. It's nuts. Watermarks and audio files. Actually, 11 Labs does such a thing. There are minute distortions in the audio files that are being generated that aren't really perceptible to the human ear, but it allows 11 Labs to detect when someone else is using their service. And that's why people get banned for quote-unquote misuse of their AI. I'm serious. It's very silly. You frequently run into AI images where the AI tried to write the watermark. Uploader did nothing to disguise it. Yep. Exactly. They've never opened Photoshop in their lives. Yes, it's very funny. But I see a lot, and I mean a lot, of AI-generated art, like fan art, on the art sharing sites, and I don't find most of it very impressive, to be honest. Like, some of it looks pretty good, but most of it is kind of awful. There's also there's been some news articles lately where we've seen, like, you know, a particular tragedy. Here's a picture from the scene, and you look at their hands and they got like 6 fingers. That's something that when they fix is going to be interesting, because as we said, you know, misinformation. Like, we won't be able to trust photographic evidence anymore. Like, at all, I mean. So, it's interesting to kind of see the direction things are going. The Ancient Watcher and his army of ghosts. I'm impressed. Hello there, Ancient Watcher. Ah, so you're brave enough to come. Call me the Ancient Watcher. Let me enlighten you. You see, Galvus was a member of the dissident priests, and is at odds with the temple in Morrowind. Got it. Galvus came to the Illiac Bay to stop a group of dark elves known as the Order of the True. Their task is to prevent a prophecy from fulfilling. The True first hunted those who claimed to be a hero mentioned by prophecy, but they ended up creating martyrs, so they decided to wait for them instead and look for people who fit the prophecy's vague definition and kill them before they could try to fulfill the prophecy. Killing a nobody in a faraway land produces no martyrs. And remember, Redgard, each event is preceded by a prophecy, but without the hero, there is no event. Oh no. That's why they hunt the child. Every time you stop them, you further convince them that this is the true hero. They will hunt you until either you are dead or they are. As for me, this sect encroaches on my domain, and I will not tolerate their antics, especially not now that my fate hangs in the balance. Will you help? Yes, I will help you. I will help you. Right, wise choice. There was a member of the tribunal, the true tribunal, it's the sect, the cult, who has run away. If you capture him, bring him here, he may be able to provide us information. My agents say he's in Sentinel City. Bring him to me. He is a spell sword, likely hiding in the back streets of the city. Be quick. Got it. So, we found a place. We're going to yeah, enemies nearby. Really though. Enemies nearby. Yeah, you're right. No travel for me. Holy crap. Yes, the quote from Morrowind's intro. Let me see here. I'm trying to remember the prophecy. Hold on a second. Okay, we're gonna pull up the original prophecy. By the way, this is not AI art. Sorry, this is not AI voice. This is an actual file.
In the waning years of the third era of Tamriel, a prisoner born on a certain day to uncertain parents was sent under guard without explanation to Morrowind, ignorant of the role he was to play in that nation's history.
That is not AI. That literally comes with the game in its files. It isn't used, but there's also like a Breton version, I think. Point is that they intended for it to be used somewhere and recorded the line and never used it. Anyway. Checking what else we got. Ah, yes. The dope fish lives. Okay. We can go now. Ooh, yes, there were unused voice lines for Vivek. Trope. Alright. Sentinel. We are going to cautiously travel there. It's going to take 5 days. We're going. No ship. Very good. The baby burps and hiccups. My food is getting ripe. Oh no, my food is probably all spoiled now. Yeah, moldy meat. We're not eating any moldy meat. We're good. We're at a city where we can properly. Sun shining reflects on a partially concealed item. No, thank you. I'm not claiming that. There could be something wrong with it. Could have been dropped by somebody who's planning on picking it up again. I don't fucking know. Let me see here. Armor. So in some back alley somewhere in this area, we're gonna find our target. It's, yeah, we have to capture them and take them back to the Ancient Watcher. Terrifying as it is. Piece of paper's blown, but no, I'm not picking up that paper. Sorry. Like, these are all breadcrumbs to start quests, and I'm like, I'm not doing any other quests right now. I'm only going to help the baby right now. That's our entire gameplay experience right now. Is well, I suppose I'm gonna go buy and sell things, but hear commotion. The spell sword's being cornered by armed people, and they are intent on murder. Okay. Wait. That's the spell sword, I assume. The spell sword has died. Fuck. About that. That's wrong. That's bad. I'm dead. Fuck. I was just immediately killed, yes. Alright. So, good news, everybody! I am dead! Let's do this again. Dialogue mode. Yes, I will help. Okay. Yes. The thread of prophecy has been severed, except it probably hasn't been. Just have to murder them forever. Let's see here. We gotta keep going a little further out. Yes. Let me check something here. Okay. Back to Sentinel. We'll save it this time. Cautiously in inns, 5-day travel. That's fine. Baby burps. You see a warning sign. Travel to Sentinel due to some idiot mage currently in town by living statues. Whoever this is will be found and slain without hesitation. Remain indoors. Holy fuck. No. No. Atronox. Atronox attacking the town? Are you fucking kidding me? Equip everything. Yeah, we got our actual like armaments here. This is bad. We got Atronox attacking the town. It's great. We're looking for the target, which will be in some back alley over here-ish. Don't know where they are exactly, but like this, the spell sword cannot be allowed to die, apparently. No, we're not taking the piece of paper. Someone else does. That's fine. Yeah, that's okay. This area looks about right. I'm assuming... no. We're fine. Keep going. Keep looking. Yeah, they just said in the back alleys somewhere, and yeah, this is where we were before. Missive board, no. You hear someone nearby, a spell sword's being cornered. Okay. So we got to kill these mangy mages. Yes. The spell sword. Why are there two spell swords? I don't. Okay. Apparently, let's back up again. This is bad. I'm gonna reload it. I want to see if we can make this work because it's very silly. Okay, so we're going back up. I seriously don't know what we're doing anymore. This is very stupid. So when we went up to that area, it triggered. Like right here-ish. Here's where it triggered before. We just hang out here. And we're gonna go ahead and make a This Is Bad 2 save. Very good. You wish ESO had a spell sword class? I mean, it's why I play Red Mage in Final Fantasy XIV. Almost exclusively. Red Mage is a fencer that casts spells, and they cast spells until they build up their mana, then they unleash their mana as a sword combo. Alright. Oh boy. Here we go. Yeah, not you, not you. Okay. Yeah, you were the one. Yeah, Assassin's dead. Who's next? Yeah, you're next. The spell sword's dead. What the hell? That was the spell sword, so I don't understand. Like, I was wrong, apparently. We gotta reload again. This is bad too. You feel somewhat bad, by the way. Terrifying. Yes. You wish ESO had proper classes? Oh boy. I actually wish that ESO just kind of unlocked their classes at this point. They all look the same. Yeah. I don't know who's who, so I have to look at them with info mode. Yeah. So over here is the assassin. The spell sword has died. They were back there apparently. They were, yeah. Wait a second. Are you a spell sword too? No, you're an assassin. So yeah, I couldn't tell who was who. This is ridiculous. They all seem to be the same to me. All these Bretons look the same to our Redgard lady. Like, all those Bretons look the same. You know what I mean? All the elf men, what do you call it? Half elves. Jeez. Look, she's gonna walk in the middle and get attacked. It's great. Yep. So over here. Yeah. How much damage can this guy take? That was the spell sword? Or was this that was an assassin? Hold on a second. We're gonna look at assassin, spell sword. The spell sword didn't look like an assassin though. They have different appearances. They're randomly generated appearances. That was a mage. That wasn't the spell sword, it was a mage. They had a staff, a magic staff. They're releasing a new class in ESO that focuses on stacking via skill combos. Yeah. I'm kind of done with ESO for a while. I don't think they can release anything that'll bring me back to it at this point. I'm too invested in other things right now. And I'm not really interested in their version of Tamriel at the moment. I played everything from the beginning of the base game all the way through to right before High Isle. I've done all the quests. I am legitimate. Like when High Isle came out, I was just like, well, I'll wait till they release the DLC after that, and it was like, okay, they did that, but I'm still not interested. So it's pretty clear. Like I don't give a shit about their version of Tamriel anymore, because let's be honest here, their writing is kind of atrocious, and yeah, it's like, I'm not saying it isn't a fun video game to play. It's just I'm currently playing other video games, so because their Tamriel is not a draw for me, I have to look at their gameplay and say, do I want to play this right now? And the answer is no. I have other games to play at the moment. How many other games? A lot. So, no, I'm officially done. Okay, I'm gonna pretend like it's that one. Like that mage is the one. Okay. Damn it! Okay. Yeah, you're not the person. It's only you. Okay, so this is the last one. So this is battle. Sorry, this is bad 3. This is such a weird quest. But yeah, I mean, like I look at basically everything ESO has to offer, and I say, you know, the most fun parts of the game, like the dungeons, the trials, the world events, specifically the world bosses and the whatever attract events. Attract events are the Harrow Storm, the dragon, the Abyssal Geyser, and the what do you call them? The Dark Anchors. Like those are the attract events, right? So those like attract events plus dungeons and trials. That's the really fun content because it's all group content, right? ESO itself has a poorly written story with characters that just kind of get worse. The housing is dope. Yes, but how do I put this? I'm already invested in housing in another MMO. Like, I'm in a free company that that's basically what we do. So, yeah, it's not necessarily cat boys, but Like, I'm already invested in the housing of other things. You laugh, but seriously, when I don't want to have my camera on, I seriously have the pink cat boy, femboy avatar to replace my webcam. It literally picks up on my voice and opens its mouth depending on. I have 3 mouse buttons: sad, angry, and normal. Seriously, there is effort put into this shit. Okay, that's in the event I don't want to use my webcam for any reason. I've got that. Yeah. No, definitely play an effeminate cat boy. It's true. All right. But yeah, they'd be called Ohm's Khajiit in the Elder Scrolls lore, obviously. But the Elder Scrolls Online seems like their monetization keeps going further and further into a direction where I'm like, well, it's easy not to support this game. Yikes. Let me see here. You know, if they didn't charge for chapters and the base game, if it was just a free-to-play game, then I'd be like, yeah, I kind of understand their monetization. Let me see. ESO is weird when it comes to housing communities. Hyper-masculinity, RP. I mean, like, you're literally talking about... You say weirder when it comes to housing communities. I don't know if you understand what you're talking about when you say weirder, because it sounds like you're generally ignorant about what you're comparing it to. Really depends on where you're talking about. Each server. Okay, so Final Fantasy XIV doesn't have a mega server. That is to say, when you walk out through the world, you don't get random people appearing. Each server is its own kind of world, right? And then its worlds are connected via data centers. And you can actually travel freely between the world servers and between the data centers in your region. What that means is you are actually able to, you're able to see how each server has kind of its own culture. And for better or worse. And as a result, some servers are better for other things. They have identity, individual identity, where you'd actually want to seek out a specific server for a specific activity. I said similar to WoW. No, WoW has connected servers where as you run around the world, people phase in and out. World of Warcraft is broken in that way. There's no sense of community anymore. WoW killed its own sense of community almost completely. You might be thinking of like WoW Classic, maybe? Like WoW Classic was kind of like that. But modern WoW has sharding, where players will appear and disappear based on server load. Where, you might see people or you might not see people. And the whole point is, if someone's online and in this location, you should be able to find them. Because they physically take up space within the world. Similarly, the housing in Final Fantasy XIV has physical addresses. So, if you wanted to, say, go to a nightclub or a like a shop or a cafe or something like that, you would hear the advertisement, and the advertisement would have an address. So you'd say, okay, well, we go to this server, this city, this ward, and the idea is the wards are instanced, not the individual houses, but anyone can enter those instances freely. So it might be like Ward 11 of a particular city on a particular server. So you'd know, no matter where you are in the game, that if you want to go to a specific event venue, you can simply travel to that address, and there will be players there. You don't have to be invited to a group or a clan, called a guild or whatever. You can just show up. Because no two people have the exact same address. And as a result, you have neighbors, and you can see what they're up to. It's all very interesting. And it gives the plots of land a sense of value, since they aren't just clones of each other. When I say a sense of value, I mean like personal value, the value of personal ownership and comparing yourself to others, you know, because it's not just, oh hey, I have the Daggerfall Overlook. Do you have the Daggerfall Overlook? We both have the Daggerfall Overlook. You see how that's doesn't really have the same sense of value as having a physical address that you can go to. I actually have the Daggerfall Overlook in game because I'm, you know, stupid. Alright, here we go. Classic has a sharding tech. Yeah, oh, it's, they're continent-wide. Oof. Oof, okay. Hopefully we don't kill this person. They're dead. We killed them. We're reloading before we killed them. And see if we can convince them to stand down. Help me, for Arcae's sake. I wanted to be a hero. I wanted Vivek and Amalexi to praise me for saving them from a devil. I wanted songs to be sung. I never wanted to go around murdering babies. The Order's gone mad. I want to get out. If you'll protect me, I'll go anywhere. I'm begging you, please help. And then, cool, I got him in my inventory. Okay, I had to use speech mode to talk to him. That's cool. I don't mind. I don't mind. But yeah. Sharding tech is a problem if you want to create server identity. That's what I'm saying. Yep. Cold Harbor Estate, yeah. Ooh, it's supposed to be Redgard's participating in Dunmer Prophecy. You know, I don't fucking know at this point. I do know that there are Redguards in the Tribunal Temple when you play Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. So anything's fucking possible, okay? Like, I'm just shrugging and saying, whatever at this point. Because remember, like, they're fucking crazy people. When I say I'm a Nord, like I'm playing a Nord from High Rock, people go, "Excuse me, Nords are from Skyrim," as if different peoples hadn't been immigrating for generations, like hundreds and even thousands of years. The different races have been immigrating to different locations, right? The simple distribution of different peoples across the lands. It's obviously there will always be a majority presence within, you know, their native lands, but in every Elder Scrolls game there has been a smattering of races all over the place. So when you ask yourself, shouldn't X be Y race? Check that. Check that thought against the concept of just mass immigration for thousands of years. And then maybe rethink speaking the words. I'll be back in just a second. I need to escort a cat out. The cat is bugging me. Hey. Yeah, cat's being a little crazy person. The only province where it makes sense is Somerset Out. Yeah, but ESO fucked with that. ESO said, okay, well, we're opening the province. And now, all of a sudden, there are people of all different races all over the place. Yeah, I would have preferred it, honestly, if, like, select people were being given exceptions, which actually turned out to be the case if you actually talked to several NPCs. Like, select individuals, select families were being given You said Nords are born from Skyrim, they grow from the ground. You're talking about Argonians, who need to hatch in the presence of hiss trees. It's, very, like, Argonians are the only ones who are rooted. That is not very punny. Alright. So, we are going to, yes. You got you got the Nords and Argonians confused again. Yes. Those damn Nords. I love it. I love it. Okay, let me see here. What do we got? What the hell is this? People are going nuts and something else. Okay. Anyway. Argonians don't need to be born in Black Marsh. Actually, there's a whole quest line in, what do you call it? There's a whole quest line in Valenwood about how they actually need the blessing of the hiss to make, like, the eggs work. The idea is they'll lay an egg, but without the hiss blessing, they can't actually, like, life won't grow in the egg or some shit. However, once an egg has been blessed by the hiss, the egg can be taken somewhere else. And those are the Argonians that hatch and are disconnected from the hiss because they don't drink from the sap the moment they're born. If you think that's convoluted and stupid, that's because it is. Anyway, we're going to go back to the Ancient Watcher. I don't really respect the thing. Have I ever played Phantasy Star Online 2? No. I played the original Phantasy Star Online, and I enjoyed it, but never played the second one, and again, I'm not quite in the mood for multiple live services right now. If anything, I'm kind of holding off on... You said none of this would have happened if Lore Master Schick stayed at ZeniMax? So, here's the thing, though. Lawrence Schick actually was working there when that lore was written. But that lore was written by level designers, quest designers, not actual writers. As a result, there was no communication between him as the quote-unquote lead writer and the level designers. Yeah. So the result was that even though he worked there, he was never consulted about it. It just kind of was made as a quest. No, what I was talking about was base game content. On release content, when they weren't actually communicating properly with their lead writer. I'm told that as of the post patches, specifically the DLCs to the base game, that communication started to pick up. But the base game content is notoriously bad because that communication wasn't there. That's what Lawrence Schick had to say anyway. Give me a second, I gotta fix something, then we can keep playing the video games. Video games! Ooh. Hit my knee on something, because I'm smart. Alright, most of that should be fixed. I think we can get back to doing things now. Let me see here. I have to... Yeah, let me see here. We need to go back to the Watcher. The Watcher is at the cemetery. The Riddier Cemetery. We gotta go back to the cemetery. Where is it? It's not in Sentinel. It's in the it's in Alicraw. There it is. 6 days travel cautiously. Let's do it. You're not well. Fuck. I'm diseased. I'm poisoned or something. I don't fucking know. Point is, I got the afflictions, so we actually need to get back into the city. Yeah. We need to get back in the city. We're good. We're good. Ooh, he has to write what he's told. Yes. Exactly. That's where there are the crazy people who think that they think that they could just shift a writer over and fix things. All right. Like, you'd have to shift someone over on the leadership. Specifically, the game director would probably need to change. Which, the game director streams and is actually active in the community, so... Yeah. That's a contentious statement that's going to cause some people to not be happy with me. All right, hello, sir. We're gonna sell this guy all the junk. All the meat, the foul meat. Sell him that. Yep, 1 gold a piece. He uses it for fertilizer or something. I don't fucking know. But yeah, let me go. Yes. This way. So this child was born on a certain day to uncertain parents, and as a result, a bunch of dark elves want to murder this child. This child is probably not the destined one, because there's like a fuck ton of other children who are also meet the requirements, but this dude was hired to kill this kid. But this dude actually joined the cult for, like, to bring honor and glory and defeat demons and whatnot, not actually to kill children. So when he realized that there was child murder involved, he defected to my side. And is helping me escort the kid. But, basically, there was a small chance that this child is the Neverine. And as a result, a bunch of dark elves want to murder it. This child probably is not the hero of legend. But there are crazy people who feel it's justified to murder the child anyway. Yes. Yes, we've been carrying the baby around for months now. All right. Yes. Religious nuts indeed. Nuts and bolts. Okay, we need to switch our shoes out back to combat. Yep. Equip. There we go. That should be fine. What else do we need to do? The baby. Yes. That's, the, what do you call it, video game. Okay, we've got a disease we got to get cured. So let's go do that. Somewhere in this, city, there should be a temple. There's a temple up in the corner, I think. Hopefully. Hopefully there's a temple up in the corner. Mm-hmm. Yes. How lore-breaking would the class be? What are you talking about? I mean, if you have, like a dark cultist who uses shadow magic. Shadow magic was introduced in a game that's not canon, but Elder Scrolls Travel Shadow Key, right? So I mean, just like, it doesn't sound very lore breaking to me, as long as they nope all these people out by the end of the whatever the hell this time period is called, in order for the third era to happen. Yeah. I mean, you literally had, like, a Lovecraftian horror as the final boss. So, of Shadowkey. He's basically a being from between realms. You know, the darkness, the waters of oblivion. So, like, why not let someone channel Umbraketh's power? I don't mind. Make a donation. Cure disease, please. I have no disease. What do you mean? I've been poisoned. That's, well, I thankfully have a cure poison potion. That's fine. Or not a big deal. Cure poison. We're fine now. Yeah, we're healthy. Good. Open Shadow Key engine? Never. However, you absolutely can emulate the N-Gage now. People have been working really hard to make Shadow Key playable on the PC. So, it is possible to play it now. Whether or not we'll get true multiplayer, I couldn't tell you. That's a whole nother issue. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Okay. So we got Shadow Key, Asset Viewer, Shadow Key Files. Improve keybind, Startooth placement. Yeah, these are all, yeah, this fixes the end game of Shadow Key. So there's mods for it already. Exciting. Let me see here. Emulation guide. There we go. Okay, cool. I'll just copy pasta that. And, yep. That's, there you go. Get excited. Okay, we're going this way now. Onwards. We're gonna have to use travel to get us over there. Very good, very good. Your take on Nightblade, Shadow Magic being Nocturnal's domain. Okay, so you don't... this isn't Dungeons & Dragons. You don't actually need the permission of your patron deity. Of whatever deity you're drawing power from to use their magic. Right? In D&D, that's a big thing, where, like, a god can revoke their power and basically turn you powerless if, you violate their tenets or piss them off. That's a D&D-ism. It doesn't apply to the Elder Scrolls. If you are granted power by a god, unless you specifically lose your will to use it, like you can just keep using it until they send somebody to kill you. They might send assassins after you, or they might confront you directly. But there's no evidence that I've been able to find, at least, that they can just take your power away, unless you have a moment of weakness where they, literally suck it out of you. So no, it's not a D&D-ism. You don't need to have faith in Nocturnal to use Nocturnal powers if you are granted them. All right, we're going to the cemetery. Here we go. Yeah, feel a jab as the baby starts to poke you. Yes. Sheet of paper. We're going to ignore that. We're diving in here, and we're going to go to sleep. Sleepy time. Okay. Let's put down our camping kit, and we'll camp here until nightfall. Yes. How's my camping kit doing? It's slightly used. It's fine. That bread is in bad condition. We're going to eat the moldy bread, moldy fish. Yes. All the moldy food. We just ate a shit ton of moldy food. I'm wondering if I'm going to be like... yeah, I'm disgusted by all that moldy food. Watch, I now have a disease. That'll be great. Okay, let's go ahead and rest for a while. What time is it? I wish I could find out what time it is on the rest menu. So 11 o'clock. Well, let's just rest for 8 hours, and then we'll see how things are from there. Yes. Okay, so the Nightblades do not have to be contracted to Nocturnal. You're talking about, like, the Nightingale bullshit. As opposed to someone who literally picked up shadow magic and learned to wield it, yeah, by tapping into the power of a god. There's a difference. Alright, time. Let's pack this up. There they are. Cool. That's the Ancient Watcher. We gotta talk to him. Yes. This is bad. Hello? So you've returned. Let me examine the defector. The Watcher stares into the defector's eyes and says nothing. The defector seems entranced. After a few moments, the Watcher turns back to you. Interesting. He knew more than I thought. I think we can assimilate, I think we can begin to assimilate this group unless you destroy them first. Thank you for, as for your reward, I'll arrange you to meet with the members who killed Galvas. I will send word to you when I find out where they are. Until then, watch your back. So he'll, yeah, it's fine, it's fine. Yep. Because, I mean, yeah. There are a ton of people who gain power through contracts, and that comes easily. And there are those who gain power through intensive study and experimentation. And those tend to be more dangerous, like the, you know, the Telvanni. Alright. I mean, people like Telvanni only really enter into contracts when it's, like, super, now, what is it called? When it's either, like, super convenient or, what do you call it? Let me see. Is that upscaled mod? No, I don't use those. Because I have custom content, and that custom content wouldn't be upscaled. Therefore, no. Alright, I mean, the, if you wanted to use, like, effect, and then you wanted to use, like, some of the older, shenanigans. Here, hold on. Mod settings. No, I don't have it here. There's retro rendering mode that can put it back, but it's upscaled, but you're talking about textures, and the answer is no. I don't use Dream. Because, Dream, let me see here. You never had any luck? I'm using tons of mods. Like, tons and tons and tons of mods. This baby quest is a mod. Now we need to get the hell out of here. Let's get ourselves over to the nearest city, town, whatever. It'd be this one. How far away is that? We traveled there 2 hours and 6 minutes. That's too far away. I'm gonna go ahead and just spend a day traveling there. I'm not well. Oh no. I'm going to die. You feel somewhat bad. Notice board. Okay. Yes, the food is starting to get ripe. Yeah, I know the food's getting ripe. It's now putrid. Can't have it. So what, I got stomach rot? Yeah, I have stomach rot. Fuck. Okay. I mean, there are liches, and there are other people, but no. Like, we're running hundreds and hundreds of, custom quests and other things all running in the background. You don't like the idea of liches not losing their minds after the transformation? Well, I mean, that's like peak, like, most liches in D&D are like prime villains. It's only the Elder Scrolls where they're terrible monsters. Are you a member of the Mages Guild? Yes, I am. Wish I could buy you a pint. Thanks for getting rid of those Spriggans. Okay. Like, Yeah, not losing your mind after dying. Yeah, I was gonna say. So the Lich transformation is preservation magic. The Elder Scrolls is fucking stupid, where all the Liches are just kind of like the same as animals, right? They're the same as zombies. And, like, the Elder Scrolls is singular in the sense that Liches are stupid in it. Every other fantasy world, the whole point of preservation magic is to preserve yourself infinitely. Voldemort in the fucking Harry Potter series is a phylactery lich. A phylactery is what a lich binds their soul to an object. And as long as that object survives, they don't die. They just after they're killed, their core essence, their anima returns to the phylactery. And then it reforms, and then, you know, new lich comes out. That's the whole point, is that a lich can essentially survive forever. They may have to occasionally sacrifice stuff to their phylactery to keep it charged, right? But the magic is so absolute that unless they get killed a lot, they really don't have to do that. Sounds like the kind of thing Bethesda did with the super mutants. Yes, Bethesda dumbed down liches, made them like they were the pinnacle of undead. Preservation magic. They're typically the big bads of your stories in like D&D and stuff. And liches got dumbed down by Bethesda. It's that simple. It's unfortunate. But you know, it's not unexpected or anything. We've seen enough Bethesda content to know exactly what to expect from them, what with super mutants and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think about hell, Elder Scrolls Blades has an intelligent lich. Yes. Are you sure you're not exchanging liches for bone lords? What are you talking about? Liches are literally a prime Dungeons & Dragons enemy. That's what we're talking about. Yes. All right. Yeah, that's weird. I'm gonna ignore that copy pasta. All right. What else we got? But yeah, I mean, it sounds like, let me see. No, I was reading, like, this is the concept of liches losing their, like, you might be thinking of a demi-lich from Dungeons & Dragons. I mean, to say that most of the liches in, like, say, Oblivion are demi-liches, that would be fair, right? To say that the liches in Elder Scrolls 4 are the, you know, the Forgotten Realms equivalent of a demi-lich, that would be about right. You know, the idea that you try to fight your undead nature for too long and you eventually go crazy. That happens. That happens. Very good, very good. But no, I'm trying to think about it because yeah, I don't know. Yeah, demi-lich. That'd be it. That's basically Elder Scrolls liches or demi-liches. It's kind of like how it's kind of like how in the in Daggerfall we have draglings, right? Which are supposed to be baby dragons. Literally, quests define them as baby dragons. We know that they are roosts where dragons lay their eggs, and then they're full of draglings. So, what happens is Skyrim retroactively changes dragons to be pieces of Akatosh and not creatures that have a normal life cycle. And because Skyrim did that retroactively, everyone has come to the conclusion that draglings are not real dragons. They're just things that resemble dragons, so people call them that. But the intention at the time, when Daggerfall was made, is very clearly the artistic intention behind Daggerfall was dragons exist. We don't get to see them in game because they're, you know, well hidden, and that's all there is to it. You know, like Nilfgaard had her own dragon. I'm gonna sleep in the. I'm gonna go to the essential sundries first, and I'm gonna go to the toad and whatever afterward. Let me see. Yeah, I still have stomach rot. Makes me sad. You mean a wagon? Yeah. Wagons. Chariot. That's funny. There is a huge difference between a chariot and a wagon. Yeah, I'll buy those. Some fancy boots and stuff. Alright. But you see, up, down, up, down. That's animation. That's how people ride on horses. Yes. Okay. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. So, what do we got? Nothing. Nothing. Vintage tailoring's closed. Let's go to the Dirty Woodchuck. I apparently have to open the door again because the cat has decided to try to pry the door open. Yeah, this animal can't be contained. He is very, very loud. All right, we're gonna go ahead and grab a room for the night. 13 gold. Sure. Sure. But yeah. Trying to think, what was a Mind Flayer Lich? It was considered, they're considered abominations by their own kind because they, once they become undead, they can no longer return to the Elder Brain. They can no longer fulfill their life cycle. Alhoons, that's what they're called. Yeah. Now those are fucking frightening. Alhoons. It's 9 a.m. Yeah, we're gonna spend the rest of the night here. Actually, no. We'll come back because I got one other thing to do. This way. Ooh, yes. All right. Well, we need to find a temple. Temple's in the corner. Let's go to the temple. Get our stomach rot cured at the temple. We keep eating bad. We're getting dizzy from the heat. It may be raining, but it's also very hot. So what we're going to do is we're going to put on some smaller shoes. Put on that. And actually that's pretty impressive. But we don't have the right colors for that right now. So back to the other one. Yes. Now we need our cloak so we don't get rained on. And we're good to go. That's it. We got our shoes. Got our clothing. We're good to go. Are we still getting dizzy from the heat? No, we're good. It's a hot and rainy day in the desert. Yay. Up this way. Yes. Essential Metalworks. Don't need to go there. They might have something good, but we're busy. Temple of Stendarr. Stendarr, please cure me of my disease. There it is. Cool. Hello there. Well met, stranger. Make a donation to our temple. A dancing lady. That's a high quality dancing lady. That person is a quest giver. Hello, sir. You are a trainer. I'm missing something. Whoops, the plaque reads, be kind and generous. Yes, I hit that multiple times. Potion lady. Let's see, where else are we going? Geez, that is Z fighting right there. That's where two textures fight for control of a surface. You can actually find that in certain Bethesda games in the vanilla state. This is a modded temple, so it's the mod maker's fault. But in some Bethesda games, you can just straight up find that in the vanilla game. Alright, cure disease, please. Thanks. You're cured. Excellent. I am good to go. I no longer have stomach rot. The Temple of Stendarr has seen fit to cure me of what ails me. Being an adventurer is perilous, mostly because I eat, like, really terrible food. Yes. Putrid bread. Drop that on the ground and go. Yes. Let's travel. Onwards and sideways. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So, what else we got? Nothing I have to worry about, I suppose. Well, both directions. You hit a button. Yeah, we gotta go... We just have to wait until we're contacted. So in the meantime, are there any other dungeons I want to check out near here? And the answer is probably a firm no. We haven't been contacted yet. It's probably going to take a day. How many times have you completed Daggerfall? I don't know, like 3 or 4 times. But all but one of those times was done in the vanilla engine, not the Unity engine. And the Unity engine is much, much better and allows for mods. So my initial 2 times I beat the game were massively inferior experiences for myself. Maybe not for everybody, but for myself. Like I enjoyed them far less than I do now. Okay, Fighters Guild. We're gonna get some local quests. A guild for fights 01. Very good, very good. Well, I mean, I've streamed the game for years, so, you know, is what it is. Hello, sir. Congratulations, because of your outstanding weaponry prowess, we promoted you to the rank of Journeyman. Among other benefits, it increased cheaper weapon repair and more profitable work assignments. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. Let's get ourselves a recall, set an anchor here so we can come back when we need to. A guild for fights 01. Excellent. The main issue with the vanilla engine is falling through things and having the game crash. Mostly falling through things, though. Yes, the first rule of Fight Club is to have fun and be yourself. All right, let's go. So, we've got a little job. You might be interested. Werewolf, werebeasties. Sorry, I'm not interested in werebeasties. Let's see. The farmstead, giants over the house. Nope, not doing that. I want to check out a local quest. Interesting job, requires a bit of brains rather than brawn. Nope. Oh, yeah, I did say it required brains, didn't I? Alright, relatively menial job. Some prefer these jobs because they pay just as well as the more difficult ones. A house here has been infested with giant rodents. Wife claims they're rats. Husband claims they're bats. Yes, I'd like to do it. Okay, we gotta go over the Moorsley residence. That's our quest. Our quest is to go hunt down some animals that have gotten into the Moorsley residence. Let's ask this lizard over here if he knows. Excuse me. Yes, I will ask, bluntly. I will ask bluntly if by chance you know of where the Moorsley residence is. Yes, locations, general, Moorsley residence. Hey there. Where the hell is the Moorsley residence? It's somewhere to the northeast. Got it. So that's it. Yeah. Well, did you know that boxing was originally born from a debate club? It's just that there was no rule in the debate club that you couldn't... it never occurred to them to outlaw physical violence against the other person. So that's how boxing was created. Yes. Someone realized that there was no rule in the debate club that you couldn't just beat the shit out of your opponent in the debate. Eventually they added, you know, strict rules to it, and that's how modern boxing became a thing. But those were the origins. Beat the shit out of your debate opponent, and a sport was born. Not legal now. Oh. Modern boxing has almost no relation to its origins. All right, let's see here. Originally, there was no rule that a dog can't play basketball. Uh-oh. Yeah, there was an article somewhere about how they said bare knuckle boxing is legal in 2 states. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm not an authority. Sorry. All right, let me see here. Horses are terrible people. We know that. Let me see. Trying to remember what we were, where we're gonna go at this point. We need to get to the Morsley residence, but I don't remember where that is. Trying to find the local map. Where's the local map? There's the local map. Morsley residence. As you know, I am incredibly stupid, so it took me a moment to find it. There it is. This way. Yep. Let's go. You're talking about a Draco werepire? Because Adventure Quest created the Draco werepire, and then the Angry Video Game Nerd video game uses that as one of the main villains. Or one of the, like, stage bosses, anyway. We have to be careful. Somewhere in this are bats. Can't pacify these enemies, so be it. That's 1 bat down. We need more. We need more! We'll do it. We'll get this done eventually. In the fullness of time. Let me check something here. Okay. Person said a thing. Right. Who are you? Damn. I hear the bat. It's somewhere around here. More of them! Okay. That bat's dead. Just be careful. And be extra careful. You better believe it. Damn. That was the most of them. The Fires Guild won't quibble over the rest. Damn right. I say as we encounter another one. And I have to plunk it. Crunch it to make it dead. Yep. Dwarf Fortress. Well, yeah, Dwarf Fortress is amazing. I am going to have to pick up the Steam release at some point. I just was kind of hesitating until they introduced Adventure Mode and a bunch of other stuff from the free version. But I do like the graphics. I've watched a friend play a bit of it, and the graphics definitely make it easier to understand over tile packs. Because tile packs were nuts. Tile sets, whatever. I've used a couple tile sets, but they were very difficult, especially with verticality, to understand. Hello, sir. Killing bats, even giant ones, doesn't take all that much skill. Pays the same. Damn right. That completing a quest for them increases my reputation by a point, so I just want to make sure my reputation keeps going up, because It's good times for all. It's a rainy day, but it's only 10:50, so we should probably go out and go shopping, considering we finished our job pretty quick, like. So, let's see here. Yeah, it's only 10:50, so I think we should head over to the vintage tailoring and see about getting some more outfits. What are you talking about? Your wagon's full of these clothes, and I can't have enough of them. Can't have enough of them. Gotta keep shopping. All right. Very good, very good. We're having fun. Champion equipment's there. I've already been there. We gotta go up. We just have to hang out in the city until we get a letter from the Ancient Watcher. He'll tell us, hey, I got more quest for you. There's the clothing store. Oh, yeah. Shabby store, apparently. But they got some tall boots. That's cool. Let's grab those. I like some more normal shoes, though. Maybe red cloaks. I don't know. Sandals. Let's see. Gray string. Don't need the gray strings. We're fine. We're going up here. Purple sandals. Yeah, I don't need those. Let's see what else we got. More tall boots. I've already got enough tall boots, I think. I don't need any more right now. We'll go ahead and buy this blue formal cloak. Just because we need some more formal cloaks in our lives. Same thing with the yellow cloak. Alright. Everything's looking great so far. We still have the baby with us, so that's something. But yeah, you can see this cloak is almost new. When it goes to somewhat used, it'll stop protecting us against the elements. So we got to keep that in mind. Like, there's only so long we can use some of these things. We're starting to get dizzy from the heat. You kidding me? Oh, it's these tall boots. They apparently insulate my feet too well, and so I'm overheating. These shoes here let your feet breathe a lot more. Makes sense. I could just take off all my clothes. That would be fine, I guess. Definitely socially acceptable. Let's see. Looking at all the different outfits, armors here, and I'm not seeing anything I really care about, so we're going to get the hell out. I do not care. We just have to hold on to the baby for a while. There's two areas here. One over here, one over here. Let's go check them out. This is fine. Jewelry shop. Jewelry shop? Anyway. Yeah, I don't know what this store is. That's a smith. Wait. No, that's a bookshop, isn't it? Pretty sure it's a bookshop. Yeah, it's a bookshop. I knew it. Metalworks. Let's see what this place is over here. No thanks. Weird DeviantArt stuff, you say? I mean, mods have done worse. Dr. Foos's mail. Dr. Foos. Alright. Not Dr. Seuss, Dr. Foos. What are you a doctor in? Making badass armor sets. Oh. Okay. Let's see. Nothing here for us, I think. Let's go pick up one more quest here. Will Daggerfall Unity have multiplayer? Daggerfall Unity itself will never have multiplayer on its own. That said, there is a multiplayer mod being made for it, and it's playable right now. It's not great. There's some sync issues and stuff, but it's like when people say, is Daggerfall Unity ever going to have 3D models for all its NPCs? No. Daggerfall Unity will never have full 3D models for its NPCs, but there is a mod being made to do that. So, you know. Go look up the mod community, because they got good stuff. Give me a second here. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to buy the 6 pounds of oil, and we're going to leave. Absolutely. Wait, what's this? You said, I know nothing? Oh, so you're like that NPC lady from Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2, Adventure of Link. I know nothing. Just walks away. Easily dismiss the hero. I know nothing. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, hello, sir. Room for the night, please. Thanks. I could have stayed in the Fighters Guild, but I kind of didn't want to, so... Here we are. Right. So, about 21 hours, roughly? Yeah. We just need a data pass. The baby. Like how they're supposed to be passers-by. Here. The baby. Good enough. Oh no! There's a lady here now. We're not talk to her. She might be doing things. You look like a Redgard who spends a lot of time adventuring. Never know when a potion might come in handy. Want to see what I got? Sure. Water walking. No thanks. Free action. Yeah, 63 gold. Free action potions are usually like 400, so yes. Pleasure doing business with you. Here you go. Cool. Free action. Resist poison? No, I don't need resist. I won't know when poison's gonna happen, so. Is it hard to code a single-player game to be multiplayer? You have to redesign the game from the ground up, or you have to do silly shenanigans. Like, for example, Skyrim Together uses silly shenanigans, where it creates an NPC to represent another player, and then it lets the other player puppet them in their game. So basically, it uses NPCs to trick the player into thinking, trick the player into thinking it's a multiplayer game, when in fact it's a series of single-player games that are all interconnected via these puppet NPCs that pretend to be multiplayer. You know, whereas you get Daggerfall, you get the Morrowind multiplayer, Test 3 MP, which is actually multiplayer because it's been hard-coded into the video game. But either way, you ask yourself, is it hard to, like, even if you have access to the source code, is it hard to code a single-player game to be multiplayer? And the answer is almost impossible without rewriting the whole thing. At the inception of the game project, it needs to be multiplayer. Trying to reverse engineer the whole thing to be multiplayer after the fact is not impossible, but it is a level of work beyond which is reasonable. It is insane. Absolutely nuts. And so, yeah, it's, yeah, I don't know. It's, like, Stardew Valley had to rebuild its entire game engine. You said Fallout 76? Oh, boy. Fallout 76 is one of the video games of all time. It is. A robed alchemist says, for 75 gold, a potion of stamina. Sure, let's do it. It's all yours. Cool. Yeah, robed alchemist just kind of wandered by and said, hey, you want something? I'm like, okay. Potion of stamina is great, by the way. Debating if there's anything else we need to do. Yeah, I actually have fun playing Fallout 76, but you have to understand, much like Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, I have to either ignore the story or make fun of the story to enjoy it. Like, the story is bad, just all the way through. So it's the moment-to-moment gameplay. Is Wasteland Hobo Simulator something you enjoy? And that's really what it comes down to. Let me pull this up here. Hold on. Nerf Now had a good example of it. Nerf Now. Yeah, I got it. Okay, so the Nerf Now comic says, sometimes I'm asked why I never drew a Fallout comic. in the end, I believe my experience with Fallout was a bit different from most. This is how he pictures most people see Fallout. And this is what he remembers of it. So, you know, A Wasteland Hobo Simulator is the name of this comic. That's, if you don't enjoy Wasteland Hobo Simulator, you probably won't enjoy what modern Fallout is, unfortunately. I like dungeon crawlers a lot. And I like scavenging and stuff like that. So, you know, it fits. It really does. As long as you don't try to get me to play a zombie game saying, it's the best survival game ever! Like, fuck off, it's a zombie game. I'm bored of those. But it's the best survival game ever! I don't care. Alright. Now, what were we saying? Oh, yes. Hold on. Okay. Were you talking about the world-renowned movie, Velocipaster, which is a pastor who has obtained what do you call it? Dinosaur powers? Yeah. That's a thing that exists. All right. Let me click some more buttons here. Click, 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 click. Okay, we're good to go. All right. Essential sundries. They had not restocked, have they? Oh no, they've restocked. Okay. We're gonna go to the inn. I've got to pass several days. There's no way I'm sticking around here for now. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to head over to the Fighters Guild. I'm going to try to get a quest, some kind of dungeon delve or something. And by the time I'm done with it, hopefully we'll be in a better position to finish the baby quest. Because the baby is still on my back. And it's kind of, it's a thing. Let's check out this pawn shop real quick. Buy bandages, yes. Pawn shops are overpriced, but they sometimes have good stuff, so you gotta keep an eye out. Alright, hello, sir. We are going to sell to you trash that I picked up. Very good. I've never heard of that. Why don't you go ahead and put it into the link spam channel of my Discord server, and I'll check it out after the stream's over, because that sounds interesting. Speaking of dungeon crawlers, I should probably play Atarian Odyssey again. I haven't played that since it was new, but I have fond memories of it. Alright. 4,000, sure. Not quite what I'm looking for, but, oh, they will buy the meat. Okay. Let me see here. I don't see it yet. Let me keep going down. I've got to basically look through this, make sure there's Redgard's Heroes book, Scarab. Basically anything I don't think I'll be using needs to go away. And that includes like Invocation of Azura. Okay, let's see here. Casual pants. Gonna ignore those. Their book weight. Special Flora of Tamriel I want to hold on to, but everything else gets to go. Bam. That's good. Okay. But yeah, I'll check it out after the stream's over because it sounds interesting. I'm looking at things that are Legacy of the Dragonborn compatible in putting into my next Skyrim playthrough. I have a currently ongoing Skyrim playthrough, which I'm enjoying. And I'm considering what I want to load onto it next. That's for sure. But that's something for the future. All right. Let me see here. Okay. Yeah, the subscriber posting links thing is designed in such a way that if someone wants to grief, they have to pay money to do so. and it massively disincentivizes that behavior, basically. All right, let me see here. First class metalsmith. Bam. Nothing there. Nothing there. Also, 99% of advertising bots get caught in it too, which is kind of cool. That's a nice side effect. All right. Guess we're gonna go down to the Fighters Guild now. It's gonna be an hour till they open, but whatever. Let's go. Yep, this way. Fighter trainers. Yeah, they're called the fighter trainers in Hammerfell. In High Rock, they're just called the Fighters Guild. But here they're called the fighters trainers. What's interesting is, technically, the fighters trainers are considered temples to Ebonarm. Although that isn't really expressed in the game. It's in the data files. Okay, we're gonna go talk to this guy and get a dungeon quest, something close by. Also gonna set a teleport, recall, anchor, yes. Then guild for fights 01, and we're gonna get a dungeon quest. Alright, used to killing Atronox. We got a job to kill another town. No, not right now. Very good. Someone finally fixed Oblivion's memory crashing bug at the engine level. Wasn't that, like, couple months ago, 3-4 months ago, something like that. Last year, a group of criminals in town who've absconded with some important evidence. Nope, not today. I want to do a dungeon run. Let me see. Brains rather than brawn. Nope, can't do that. Let's see here. Week or so, top file in the Nexus. That's cool. Let me do this. I'm gonna thumb it up. Perfect. Thank you for posting that. I'll check it out later. All right. Anyway, kind of a sad story, but we end up hearing sort of city guard. Yeah, the city guard can't deal with the farm. I'm hoping for a dungeon. So come on, simple bounty on a zombie in a house. No. Conjurer took to a cave. Golems attacking passerby. Kill the wizard. Enchanted item. Let's do it. Alright. Corvold's hold. Neat. It's real close. 17 days. So, we can teleport back instantly, but we're gonna have to get there manually. So, it's not a big deal. It's not like it's, like a 30-day quest or something. It's, on the lower end. But we're good. We're good. Let me see here. Okay, I'm gonna check out what you're talking about. Hold on, because that's something that I know a friend of mine might immediately need. Oblivion engine. Oh, it's the engine fixes concept from Skyrim SE. It's just it's it's actually made to go along with the other one. Memory corruption crash. Okay, cool. Wait, there's a GitHub. I'm actually gonna look at this one because this is kind of interesting. So give me a second here. All right, let's see here. Currently just fixing one bug. Texture path. Rather than checking for null, it subtracts the result from the original string and checks the length as negative. This happens to fail if the string is at the upper limit of 2 GB. Okay, as I understand this. That's super helpful. Yeah. Wow. Cool. Yeah, I'm happy about that. Okay. Let me hit a button there. Okay, so yeah, I was just checking out the GitHub. Let me see here. I'm gonna send that to what's his name? Yeah. Okay. That'll do it. Yeah, the 4 GB patch allows the game to function. It still crashes, but it allows it to function. That's good. So, makes sense. Programming oversight. Okay, let's figure out where we need to go relating to this. All right. I'm gonna go crazy here. Active quests. There it is. What's this? Is that 4 days travel? 4 days travel. Fuck. Okay, I need to return within 17 days. Let me see here. Okay. Oh wow. Yeah, that's on the other side of the world practically. Yes. So it's sad Bethesda's busy releasing new games. They can't be bothered to fix old ones. Well, I mean, it comes down to profit, and also Bethesda seems to have like a hard cutoff when it comes to fixing games. They have a tendency to run their games up until what do you call it? They run updates for their games until they've released their last DLC, and then they consider that their quote-unquote final update. Occasionally, things will encourage them to release updates, but those are usually fit to purpose and don't involve bug fixes. It's very interesting. All right. Okay. I think that's about it. Right. I think we're gonna go. I'm just gonna I'm gonna fast travel to the dungeon. As nice as this is, I'm trying to pass time in order to get this other person to contact me, and I don't think wandering across the desert is a good use of real life time while I wait for this. It's not like I'm enjoying myself going and grabbing a bunch of things. East Wonk, the hell was this? I forgot what that was. No, I don't need to move that entry, but my goodness, oh, Moy Mal, right, it was East Wark. It's where bad stuff happened. Good. So, now then, fast travel. So even though the world is huge, yeah, just click on it, and then it'll pop up. Travel there. Cautiously with inns, 4 days travel. Yeah, they're there. The baby is annoying. Got it. Yep. You come across from the smell alone, you can tell it's orcs. Suddenly, you see a group of orcs emerge from their keep. Orc army 01. Oh boy. Yeah. This is the time has come. Take off my clothes. Put on armor over them. Yes. What were you thinking? Terrible. Okay. Let's go. Interesting, there's a caster here who's trying to kill the orcs. Very strange. I don't recognize this caster, but wait. You will see die scum. Die scum? Wait, whoa. A healer just died. That's unfortunate. Yeah. Unfortunate. Let's see what the healer had. Wow, a diamond. That's good stuff. Yes, there's all kinds of nonsense around here. Okay. Die, scum. Tenno Scoom. The enemy is surprised by your prowess, calls for reinforcements. Oh boy. It's that time again. There's more of you. There's always more of you. Wait, I need this, yes. Put that stuff away. I have to be extra careful because the baddies are coming out now. The real baddies. Into the wagon goes all the money, yes. Wow, it's apparently using the staff animation, despite the fact I know I'm using the mace. Oh god, the fireball just hit me! Fuck. Okay. Good news, everybody. We are not dead yet. So, Orc Strength. Where was it? Resist poison. And then I need the actual healing potion, yes. Along with 10 bandages. We're fine now. Gotta be extra careful. That Orc Shaman is doing bad things. Bad things from the Orc Shaman. Fuck. I'm getting my ass kicked here. Okay, we're gonna immediately cast Salve Brews a lot as we run. Then we're gonna drink a Restore Power Potion. At the very least, we're gonna get a Restoration skill up for sure. I can't imagine that not oh god, that Restore Power Potion sucked. These Restore Power Potions all suck. Got it. Come on. Yes, I get to freeze time. It's true. Think about it like VATS from the Fallout game. It's true. And considering I'm fighting a whole army, I have no scruples whatsoever regarding its abuse. See? Absolutely not a single one. I will save scum if I have to. Alright. Speaking of... Okay. Come on. Enemy is surprised by your prowess and calls for reinforcements again. Very good. All right. Hey, yep. Let me see here. Sorry, someone said they use a hammer. Aesthetics over mechanics. We'll use flail when ebony or above is available. Yes. Ooh, very good. Free hand required for special mod added mechanics. And then if they ask what a mod added mechanics, I will not reply to them because they can go figure it out themselves. Fuck, dragalings, wingling ding dragons. Fuck. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to beat them. Like I am really screwed. Royally screwed. Wait a second. Okay, nothing on that corpse. Fuck. We're grabbing everything we can and we're running the hell away. I don't care if we have to run into the fort and then fight orcs inside the fort. It's better than all of this nonsense. Yeah, we're going inside. Okay, we're in. We're gonna have to fight a bunch of orcs here. Yep. Strong presence overpowers you. Trinoc. Dead. Trinoc just murdered me. Dead. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. Right, we need to unequip this. Then we need to re-equip. There we go. I can't wait to fight more orcs. Orcs and Atronucks. It's all serious business. Yeah, we're gonna be fighting a lot. Okay. Let's dive further in. Where's my lantern? How much oil does my lantern have anyway? Let's use oil on lantern. Lantern is full. Good. That's fine. We need to access the wagon before we do anything else. Stay here. Put all these stylish boots and other shenanigans away. Definitely equip the tights, the formal brassiere, and, well, not the shoes. We need to have the metal boots on. But everything else gets put in the wagon. Very good, very good. Okay. Still, yeah, it's good. Okay. Save game, Orc Army 2. We know that, yeah, this dungeon is full of nonsense. Full of spooky nonsense. Secondary door. Fuck! He is not impressed by my etiquette. I couldn't talk my way out of fighting this mage, unfortunately. Okay. Yes. Atronachs look like elementals. The Atronachs are not... okay, so Atronachs got retconned in later Elder Scrolls games to be Daedra. Atronachs in this game are golems made by mages. And then we had Fire and Frost Daedra, which were their own, like, elementals. So, that were actually elemental Daedra. What basically Morrowind did is it took the Atronachs, and it took the Fire and Frost Daedra, and shoved them into one creature, which is the Atronach. It's a retcon. Orcs! Bastards. Okay. Oh, nice. Holy water and a holy tome. Take those to a pawn shop. Be wealthy. Forevermore. That is a locked door. Does not unlock. Kick this door down. Coffins. It's a coffin room. Yep. Not unlock. That's a lock level 6 door. Jeez. Thankfully, my foot is a very high level, obviously. Let me see here. Gonna put down the camping kit for now. Then we're going to rest. Of course, there are enemies nearby. Fuck. Oh, Iron Atronachs just killed the orc instantly. That's great. I can't wait to die. This is a golem made of metal. Great. We can show off our metal by getting killed by the metal creature. Yeah. Yep. That's unfortunate. I don't think I'm gonna be able to... No, I'm dead. I am dead. I don't think I'm gonna be able to clear this. This is terrifying. Mm-hmm. At this point, can the universe Daggerfall takes place in be considered... No. Every Elder Scrolls game fucks with continuity. If you read the lore books about Cyrodiil, it's supposed to have rust dragons. It's supposed to have Imperial Dragon Riders. It's supposed to have its own navy. It's supposed to have everything you would expect from, you know, the largest province in the world, you know, the most prominent, but we don't get to see those in game. So no, they retconned everything in going from Morrowind to Oblivion. We even lost the individual religions from Daggerfall as well. Everything just became yep. Said nothing kills lore like engine limitations. Yes, people about it not being a jungle, but like the actual aesthetics of Cyrodiil are like the least important shit. They're like the Imperial City was supposed to be the land of 1,000 religions, including like cults of Shazar, the creator god of mankind. The Temple of the One was supposed to be the temple of Shazar, or Alicia, who is the Jesus Christ of Shazar, basically. But we don't really think about that. Oh boy. So don't worry, it's either Akatosh or Tiber Septum, depending on your circumstances. Fellowship of the Ring happened. Ain't that the truth? Holy shit. Okay. People get very annoyed when you mention that the Imperial City is basically just a lazy Minas Tirith. I still meme Tiber Septum to this day, even though I took down the video making fun of the guy. Wizard! There, he's dead. Reaction potion. Definitely could use that. There are enemies nearby. One of the... Yes. Filthy human, I will peel off your bones. The orc leader has decided that it is time to face me directly. That's the orc leader. I see. Well, this is a problem. We're doing it. These are the orc sergeants. Like the warlord is amongst them. So we're gonna save it under Orc Army 3 because it's the final fight. And then I'm gonna get my ass handed to me by, you know, all of them. If I can, yeah. They did eventually step over that. I'm dead. That's why I saved it. Because I was like, well, I'm not surviving this right away. M-rated game. Well, that's because games are being built for children to be able to play, and simultaneously carrying mature subject matter so that adults can, you know, feel not incredibly stupid playing them, even though mechanically speaking, they're getting simpler and simpler. Oh boy, it's gonna be the death of me. Yes, I'm definitely gonna die. Wait, what happened? How'd I end up here? What is this? What? I got smacked and ended up in a different part of the dungeon. This is wrong. I mean, literally wrong. Hold on. I'm gonna check something. I think there's a teleporter in that room. I'm gonna try this. Hold on. I'm gonna use... yep, that torch there is a teleporter. Got it. Whoop. You've heard it rationalized that no game is depicting actual reality. Also, well, I mean, if you really want to get down to the nitty-gritty, the biggest cope that the lore community uses is to say that everything in every lore book is propaganda, right? It's all from the perspective of the NPC in world who wrote it. And by doing that, that's how the lore community copes with the fact that a lot of this stuff is being retconned, or these are retroactive continuity changes. And that's fine. Like, Daggerfall is functionally a very, very different game from, like, Oblivion or Skyrim, and I enjoy all of them. But it's important to understand. I'm just getting my ass kicked by orcs. Sorry, I'm gonna need that heal true potion. We're gonna go through, we're gonna grab as many potions and things as we can, because we're gonna die otherwise. Anyway, what was I saying? So, yeah, restore power, that's fine. Those orcs are terrifying. Like, just terrifying. Okay. Magicka, that's fine. But yeah, what I'm trying to get at is it's okay for the games to be disconnected and not make sense when you start playing the older ones. And, like it's not an egregious sin. It's something that every game in the series has done, which is to change up major events so that they fit in with the current developer's vision. Tamriel, the Elder Scrolls as a whole, does not have a singular artistic vision. There is no auteur who says that like who gives absolute has a Bible, I should say, and ensures consistency. People say, well, Elder Scrolls Online has a lore master, but that's actually just a PR position, public relations. What's actually happening with the quote-unquote lore master is that they are functionally speaking hired as a lead writer, and then they write some of the bigger plot beats. The individual plot beats of the individual quests are not checked for consistency. They are instead being done by the level designers, the quest designers. And so that's why, if you look at some of the quests, you wonder why they are so some of them, violate the continuity as you may remember them, or remember it, and that's because of that's because like the individual level designers are not, and I'm dead. Fuck. Reload. That's why I've been saving frequently, but the individual level designers are not necessarily checking everything they have their NPCs say. They have a general idea of how Tamriel works, and they apply it in a way they feel is cool. And that's literally the beginning and the end of the creative checking process. Is you made a cool quest? Awesome. Good work on that. We killed an orc. We're good. So yeah, if you're looking for, like, this is important. Tamriel is not a living, breathing world. It's a set of performance pieces put on for your benefit. That's something a lot of people don't quite understand. Is it's not... there is no Bible dictating what is... I'm dead again. Fuck. There is no Bible dictating what is or isn't true within the series, so... Each game is best taken as its own bubble universe. For example, a lot of things in Daggerfall are not true in Morrowind. We know that for a fact. Like Atronachs, we just mentioned. Atronachs are golems created by mages. They are not Daedra. Imps are Daedra, but in later games they are not Daedra. That's, Dragalings are... literally like the baby dragons in this, whereas in later games they have due to Skyrim's retroactive continuity changes, there's no connection between Dragalings and dragons other than their appearance. Damn, that orc warlord is too much. Like I can't beat him. Like I am screwed. Heal true, and we're gonna do paralysis. Damn. But yeah, I'm getting my ass kicked in the corner here. No, I'm dead. I'm paralyzed. What the hell? I think he reflected my paralysis somehow. Yeah, I think he did. Cause I got paralyzed. I'm trying to use paralysis on this guy, and he ain't hitting it there. Yeah. Anyway, all I'm getting at is it's A-okay to embrace the contradictions and understand that each game is its own individual universe. And what happens later, you don't have to bend logic to make things fit. Just understand that each game is different. It's a cycle where things happen differently each time. Yeah, maybe not, but I get what you mean. The lore literally contains the concept of kalpas, or time cycles, and Alduin eats it. It said, "Oh, you don't understand why it's so disjointed for an RPG?" Well, I mean, the first game in the franchise is literally just a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. That's been heavily tweaked to be a first-person gladiator game that was then shifted into an adventure game at the last minute. It's the first game was originally going to be a gladiator game, and it very much turned away from that at the last moment, which turned out to be a great game. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm glad it exists in the form it does. Well, minus the bugs, minus the everything. Shoot. Yeah, this guy's a pain. We got him. We got him. As long as the paralysis lasts, we can probably kick his ass. Unfortunately, the paralysis might not last long enough. I'm going to save it here under 6, because, yeah. You assume Warhammer lore has inconsistencies too? Well, Warhammer just embraced said there's no canon. There is no actual canon in Warhammer. Like, people say there is, but in reality, Games Workshop gives its license to somebody to write a novel or to make a game, and then that game just is, and it may or may not contradict others. You just have to accept that fact. You see, he's gonna kill me. He's gonna fucking kill me. All right, 10 more bandages. And paralysis. Paralysis. No, didn't work. I'm fucking stuck. What the hell hit me anyway? Medusa's gaze. Amazing. This guy has Medusa's gaze. This guy's incredible. Reaction. Yeah. Trying to hit him with paralysis. Oh god, there's another orc there. There's multiple orcs there. That's crazy. Yeah. Dead. Yeah. You said WoW has consistency issues. Well, WoW, World of Warcraft flat out said when you started it, yeah, I'm gonna flee this place. I'm gonna get the fuck out. Like, I can't do this quest. I'm already done. Like, Guild for Fight's 1. I'm reloading before it because there's just... I can't kill the Atronachs, meaning the quest has failed. I can't kill the orcs, meaning that I can't kill the Atronachs, so the quest has failed. So, yeah. Let's see... Anyway, there's supposed to be a traveling alchemist somewhere in here? What the hell? Hold on, this is strange. It said there's a traveling alchemist around, like, that spawned in here somewhere. Even though that's supposed to be outside. That's so fucking stupid. There you are. Hello, sir. The fuck? I accidentally kicked him. I'm like, how does that work? How do I kick him? That's okay. So let me do this first. Not you. Where are you? Hello. I want to see my wares. Yes. Shadow form. No thanks. Slow falling. No thanks. Invisibility. Yes. Thank you. I took invisibility potion. Heavy boot hit. Yes, it was. Okay, so Guild for Fights 0-0. We failed. It's fine. What was I saying? So World of Warcraft is makes a lot of changes between Warcraft 3 and WoW, but we accept that because it's a new universe, and they had to adapt a bunch of stuff to fit inside an MMO sandbox. It's a small MMO sandbox, I might add. World of Warcraft is, vanilla is tiny compared to the size of Azeroth, in the, as far as, Warcraft 3 goes. When you see them traveling across the map and it takes them 2 weeks to go across this area, that takes you about 2 minutes in WoW, something like that. But that's not important, right? So we can buy into the fact that World of Warcraft and Warcraft 3 are separate to each other. They had to adapt it to a different format. The real changes start at Cataclysm. At Cataclysm, all the stuff you did in vanilla, you didn't do anymore. See, the King of Stormwind, Varian Wrynn, was an old dude. who was imprisoned on an island. They retconned that to him being a young man who is now a super buff gladiator anime fuckboy with 2 swords and a wolf spirit inside of him called Logosh. They also made him go kill Onyxia. You know that thing you did in vanilla? Varian did that. Sorry. And a bunch of other stuff you didn't actually do, like the Scarab Wall and defeating Cthulhu. That was all other people, not you. Sorry. World of Warcraft is rife with this, where they wanted to tell a cinematic story with their earlier content. And in doing so, they actively deleted the players' participation, replacing them with named characters in a story they wanted to tell. And World of Warcraft just gets worse over time with that. To the point where I just saw no reason to participate in this because this wasn't my story. This was Blizzard letting me rent space in their little fantasy sandbox. And I didn't appreciate that. So, you know. Let me see here. You like the idea of not being the main hero? No. Like, in vanilla, you were a single unit in an army. The idea is you'd be like a 40-man raid, for instance. They literally say, raise an army, kill Nathanios Blightcaller. By the way, they brought back Nathanios Blightcaller as an NPC even after you killed him. Don't worry about that. Point is that the quote-unquote raise an army part, they'd consistently say, yeah, your raid groups are actually part of that. Yep. Yep. They do that. You said theme park games always take away the agency of players. Yes. But there's a difference between not having agency to begin with and respecting the role they put the player in. So, what I mean is, you look at other games that are sandbox games, or sorry, theme park games, and while the player doesn't have any choice in the overall narrative, they can contextualize how they feel about it and, you know, still have participated in it in the past. But Blizzard goes out of their way to delete what you've done in the past, to either trivialize it in some cases or to non-exist it in others. No, the Elder Scrolls is actually pretty good compared to World of Warcraft as far as consistency goes. Yeah. Now, you'd be surprised how many crazy people will come out of the woodwork and say, that's just because you didn't read the novels and you don't understand how well written the novels are and how rich the world is. Because they didn't just delete the player's presence in vanilla, they replaced the player's presence in vanilla with a novel that explains what happened. It's what's known as a transmedia franchise. I'll pull this up here. Hold on. So, transmedia storytelling is an epoch on video games in general. It's the idea where you tell a story across multiple platforms and formats using current digital technologies. It's the idea where you may have, you know, a book and a game and a movie, and I mean, it's really awful. Now, here's the thing: even if this weren't terrible, there's still a problem. And that is the actual novels that Blizzard has made are terrible for the most part. War of the Ancients wasn't too bad because it talked about like stuff that happened 10,000 years ago. We don't give a shit because it's 10,000 years ago. It doesn't really affect the stuff that's going on in the game, right? So we don't care. But the other novels, the ones set in present day, how do I put this? There's an author. Her name is Christy Golden. She is great at what she does whenever she's not writing about Warcraft. But I don't know what about Warcraft makes her write shitty books, but it does. She's had some really good Star Wars novels and Dungeons and Dragons novels, but at the moment she gets contracted to do something Warcraft, it's a shitty novel. I don't know why. Anyway, people like to harass her because she was writing for Warcraft for a little while. She helped flesh out some characters and backstories and stuff. Now, it's not her fault that Blizzard uses her writing in an exceptionally shitty way. But people out there have a tendency to treat, like, they hear about someone's involvement in a project and they lose their fucking they lose their minds, and they go onto social media and they at that person. They essentially harass the person. They voice their discontent in several ways that are considered socially unacceptable. What with threats and whatnot. You know, it's the internet being the internet, and gamers being gamers. I'm not you know, obviously we all play video games. We enjoy playing video games. I play video games more than I do other things in life. But I specifically avoid the label of gamer because because that label is attached with all this skeevy shit that goes on social media and whatnot. If you say you're one of them, then, you know, people are like, oh shit, you're one of those people. You must have some special opinions, you know what I mean? No, like, the average person does not have a very high opinion of thanks to that nonsense. Yes. You need to reclaim gamer. That's fucking funny. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is Christy Golden has written some really good novels, right? But the moment she gets into Warcraft, for whatever reason, her novels are shit. And I don't believe she's making any more right now. I could be wrong on that point. Let's go look it up real quick. I'm curious now. I'm curious. So it said gamer is an adjective, not a noun. Yes, exactly. All right, let's see what she made last. I'm checking right now. Okay, she did Assassin's Creed, Ravenloft, StarCraft. Yeah, gamer in that sense is pretty cool. Star Trek. A series of Voyager novels going like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So about 14 Voyager novels. That's crazy. Star Wars, she did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She about 7 Star Wars novels. Then she started breaking into Warcraft novels. And Lord of the Clans was pretty good. And that's about it. Like, everything else was super questionable. That she her other novels were just really weird. Let me see what else she wrote. Oh wow, no. She wrote she wrote a Battle for Azeroth thing, and she also wrote a short story for Dragonflight. So no, she still participates in this stuff. That said, again, like, I want to take a moment and say, despite the fact her Warcraft stuff is overwhelmingly bad, she has had a history of writing good, what's called Star Trek and Star Wars novels. So it's like, you know, like, just to see people harassing her is kind of fucking weird. Anyway, I don't think she's the one to blame for Warcraft's decline and kind of weird direction. I suspect that it's mostly an issue with ABK, the you know, the Activision Blizzard owners, basically. That's the board of directors, essentially, and the middle management. Because Blizzard doesn't have autonomy anymore. And you can see things getting worse around, like, at and after Cataclysm. And it's interesting because right around Wrath of the Lich King, their meteoric growth went flat. And then it started going down in Cataclysm. It's just taken a very, very long time for it to tank to the point where they actually started listening to the community. Yikes. Let me see here. Harassment is always weird, yes. Exactly. Give me a second. Someone was sending me a thing. Okay, I don't have to worry about that. Alright, well, anyway. Let's get back to the video game for a little bit. What I was trying to say, though, is, what this boils down to is that the Elder Scrolls is not unique in terms of its lack of continuity. You know, Warcraft has it much worse. Like, Warcraft's continuity is atrocious. The Elder Scrolls is practically a masterpiece by comparison. So anyway, when I play Warcraft 2, like, I'd say Warcraft 2 and 3, you know, one I don't really play Warcraft 1 these days, but point is, when I play old Warcraft, the RTS games, I kind of pretend that World of Warcraft never happened and just kind of take it as its own piece of media. Similarly, when I play Daggerfall, this quest is kind of making me break this because this quest references Morrowind's stuff because it's a mod-made quest. But, what do you call it? In general, I tend to treat Elder Scrolls 2 as if Elder Scrolls 3 never existed. And Elder Scrolls 3 as if Elder Scrolls 4 never existed. Because that way I don't have to deal with all the contradictions that pile up along the road and all the mental gymnastics that the lore community, we're using big air quotes there, has to make. See what I'm saying? So, no, like, you are not wrong that the Elder Scrolls has a terrible continuity, but at the same time, other franchises have the same thing. Todd said, "Let there be dragons." Oh, I mean, there are dragons in the lore of both Cyrodiil and High Rock. It's just we don't get to see them because of mechanical issues. It could be worse, yes. My goodness. Would you play a Daggerfall Unity mod that remakes Morrowind in Daggerfall style and gameplay? Probably. I mean, that at the end of the day, that's what a bunch of people are chomping at the bit for, is they want all of Tamriel to be put into the Daggerfall engine and then make it multiplayer and also add like lore-specific quests in those different regions and add lore-specific dungeons in those different regions. That's what people want. It's just the amount of effort it would take to do that is absolutely ridiculous. It wouldn't work. Fairies would have been interesting. You would have made them Daedra. I mean, hold on a second, Steambub. What about beings of Aetherius? Like actual indigenous beings that exist inside of Aetherius but aren't gods, but rather like the equivalent of like a scamp or a clanfear, but on the ethereal side of things instead of the oblivion side of things. Wouldn't that be fun, to make fairies that instead? To have them be the opposite of the Daedra? Something like that. Okie dokie, we press buttons now. Because, yeah, fairies are referenced in this game. It's just we don't get to see them because, you know, obviously they're mythical creatures. Like, yeah, but this is a fantasy world. Perfect place to put mythical creatures. Alright, a really basic one here. Pay ain't much. Official contract. Someone dropped a bag of money with a note. Needs across town. You'll be paid. What's up? All right, we need to get there by tomorrow. You'll be paid by GP. Ashcroft residence. We just got to go to the Ashcroft residence. As you leave the guild hall, elderly woman sees the bag. I can't prove it to you, but that bag is mine. It was stolen from my house and contains all the money my nephew saved up for a month. Food, fuel. Oh, fuel is old speak for firewood, by the way. Everything comes from that gold. Tears from her eyes. Do you choose to give her the sack? No, I don't. Sorry. I'm gonna deliver it to the Ashcroft residence. I'm sorry, but like, I can't prove that that's your gold. Your sack of gold, like, who? There are like, sacks of gold are not mutually exclusive. There are many sacks of gold. You know how I know that there are many sacks of gold? Check out my wagon here, full of lingerie. Okay, if we scroll up far enough, we will see apparently more lingerie. God fucking damn it. Oh, no. My inventory here. See, 25,000 gold. Wouldn't that be a pretty big sack of gold? Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm sorry, if you can't prove that it's your gold, I can't do anything with it. It's not like you're tracking the gold or anything. Yikes. Alright. My goodness. Imagine the Fae in the Elder Scrolls. I'm not talking about like elves or she, S-I-D-H-E. I'm talking about real like spooky shit, like fairies and whatnot, where if you deal with them wrong, well, they turn your insides into your outsides, you know? Reality warping shit. Okay. I don't remember where I'm supposed to go anymore. Waiting for the Watcher. There it is. Payment delivery. It's the Ashcroft residence. I need to ask this soldier man where the Ashcroft residence is. Yes. Alright. You have to follow specific rules when dealing with them. Rules you would learn from like a lore book or like a teacher NPC who would tell you about those rules. And it's like you get multiple dialogue options that would basically get you killed or get you roped into a side quest you didn't want to do. You know, some shit like that. Congratulations. You done fucked up. Another thing, World of Warcraft Shadowlands, they just stole the Feywild entirely and made it into Ardenweald. Yay. Okay. What do we got? Hold on a second. I think it was this one here. It was, I'm trying to find a specific video. Okay, I think I found it. Yeah, I just have to grab the specific timing there. Okay. So we all understand how Blizzard Entertainment works, right? Let's pick it up here.
The world has thrown a lot at us since the last BlizzCon. And the thing that's really kept everyone going on the WoW team is powerful drugs. We're grateful to have such a generous community, but innocent souls are still wrongfully being sent to work on the WoW team. They face an eternity of torment, and veteran MMO developers remain chained in its depths. But first, let's start with some Covenant pride. Kyrian, take flight! Night Bay, let the hunt begin. Necrologs, to war! Vinthil, let's party.
Yeah, this one's going in my cringe compilation.
There you go. Okay. That was a thing. Okay, hello there. Where are we going? People. Yeah, your group. Yes, there we go. Could be anywhere. I have no idea. Right. How about locations? General. Ashcroft this guy doesn't know anything. Great. All right. Yes, there are people still being wrongfully sent to work on the WoW team. They face an eternity of torment, and veteran MMO players remain chained in its depths. He said the moment Jeff left the Overwatch team, Dino Flask went from a friend, visited them. Oh, interesting. Went from a friend who, someone who just mocks them constantly. Oh, what are you talking? Oh, yeah. Okay, I get what you mean. So, basically, yeah, Dino Flask kind of made fun of, you know, Jeff Kaplan and whatnot. Made kind of funny videos, but then he stopped. Like, he just made 2 scathing, terrible videos afterward. Like, honestly, it represents people's esteem for Blizzard. They burned away all of their banked up brand value. Like, people look at Blizzard saying, oh, well, there's going to be a new game called Diablo 4, and everyone's like, okay, well, how much of a microtransaction-ridden hellhole is this going to be? You know, how awful is this going to be? And people, yeah, people just kind of go, there is not that kind of enthusiasm we had for Diablo 3. Diablo 3, despite not being a good successor to Diablo 2, was still a good video game. That's the thing. It's just interesting because, you know, we talk about, like, companies in general, and I think Steve Jobs nailed it the best. If I just go over to my history, because I have this video in my history somewhere. Okay, I hit library, then I click on history, and then I do a search on history, and I go, I just have to look for the word rotting. There we go. Steve Jobs and the Rotting of Companies. That was Steve Jobs. Yep. Anyway, Blizzard. Yes, Blizzard Entertainment. As you can see, they were originally players of video games. You know why World of Warcraft was so good? It's because the people who, like, the lead developer, the actual project lead of World of Warcraft, was an avid EverQuest player. He played a lot of EverQuest. He also PvP'd a lot in EverQuest. He was kind of a griefer, so you can see why ganking was such a big thing in World of Warcraft in the beginning. It's because he helped make what he did. But he also made it easy. Like, EverQuest was a somewhat obtuse game. It was a theme park, just like World of Warcraft was. People will get angry when you say that, but it's true. Like, the DNA of World of Warcraft is there in EverQuest. It's just they accentuated certain elements and made it super casual. That's basically, that was the transformation from EverQuest to World of Warcraft. Is World of Warcraft in its vanilla state where people are like, oh, that's hardcore. No, it's casual. It's a casualized version of EverQuest, and that's fine. Like, there's a market for that. I played it for, you know, like a couple years. No, I'd say about a year straight, roughly. So, yeah, let me see here. Okay, so as far as how do companies prevent that kind of stagnation? It's a very good question. It's almost like when a company is publicly traded, at that point, its days are numbered. It can no longer, once a company is owned by another company, and that company is publicly traded, then that company's days are numbered in its existing form, because eventually it will go through a transformation that optimizes profits over anything else. That's the main problem. It is unfortunately the institution that is to blame. The whole financial system will continually destroy companies in this manner. And the answer is simply to understand that, as someone earlier said, nothing lasts forever. Don't get yourself too attached to franchises because they will eventually get destroyed. Always look for, there are spiritual successors on the horizon to some of my favorite games, and I'm looking forward to them. But it's okay for the past to remain in the past, and it's okay not to be a consumer of the next big thing. You know, if your favorite franchise is no longer making content for you, go somewhere else, or see how you can, what mod makers or other people have done for the previous stuff. Like if you're a huge fan of, say, Castlevania 2, there were several Castlevania 2 spiritual successors out there. If you're a huge fan of Morrowind, there's a game called Ardenfall that's being developed right now, and you can play the demo of that. You know, like, there are indies who are trying to build anew ideas from the past. It's just, good luck. Like, at the end of the day, if you fail, yeah, it said it's just a kind of natural process in the modern business world. Exactly. So at the end of the day, you said you're looking forward to Wayward Realms. Yeah, I am too. I'm not going to be like other people and go, when is it coming out? Like, it's probably going to come out a couple years after you think it should come out. That's really the answer. Is it's going to take longer because they are super ambitious. So I just I shrug and remind people occasionally it exists, but I'm not willing to make another video on Wayward Realms yet because I can only ring that bell so many times before people stop paying attention. So when they have more substantial things to show off, other than their procedural generation tech, which, let's be honest here, No Man's Sky has procedural generation tech, and so do other games. So that is not a deal breaker. We need something branded specifically for it. You said thank you for telling me about Ardenfall. Yeah, go check it out on Steam. There's a playable demo. You can play it right now. It's nowhere near done. Eventually, they will release it in early access to help fund the development. But for now, you can play the demo for free. And there is nothing purchasable available right now. Anyway, having yapped about all this stuff, I am absolutely willing to play some more, yap some more. It's going to be fun. But it'll have to wait for about, I'd say, 10-20 minutes. I'm going to go have a salad. I'm going to go stretch my legs. And I'm going to go get some more coffee. And when I get back, we're going to be playing more of this basically right here. So I'm actually going to hit goodbye on that. I'm going to hit save